Hold on, dude. Hold on. But before we get started, bro, someone in the chat, unironically said, "When does it start?" Brother, wait, why did the timer start again? Whoa. Dude, there's a timer here for a reason, bro. There's a timer here for a reason. What do you mean, when does it start? I saw that message. It was typed when there was 59 seconds left. What do you mean, when does it start? What else do you want in life? God, bro. Yo. What's up, baby? What's up? What do you mean connecting? Wait, what do you mean connecting? Why is the channel? Oh, my. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. The chat is not working. Fuck! It's still from the last. Oh no, I have no idea how to fix that. Sorry. Anyway, listen, I know I have a lot of new viewers here. Okay, listen, we've gotten over 60,000 subs in January. All right, I know I have a lot of new viewers here who are confused. Why is the chat spamming cat face? Guys, it's because of a previous stream. Okay, a previous stream that completely like destroyed this channel permanently, where we were going through like 200 pages of Google Docs involving some like predator. And whenever he would like, he'd always act normal. He'd find people who are 17 years old. He'd act normal. When they turn 18, he would use this smiley face to indicate he was about to get freaky. Like he would always, like, as soon as you saw this cat fucking face, you knew that the next messages were going to be fucking weird. Okay. Pre-ordering. Yes, exactly. He was pre-ordering. And so now, it became, I mean, platonically as well, right? He would go to people who are specifically asexual and ask them, do you want to platonically kiss? Which makes no fucking sense. And they would say yes. I'm still confused. I don't know what the hell's going on. So the word platonically has become a meme, and this cat face has also become a meme, dude. Yes, it's 3 a.m. for me right now. I'm literally constantly on West Coast time, but in Europe. Ask me how. I don't know. But hey, welcome. Guys, how have you been, dude? Hey, the world's on fire, but there's no lack of drama, that's for sure. There's no lack of drama, guys. Absolutely, dude. Everything. Dude, you know, I always say this to people, and I'm going to continue saying it until the day I die. Drama comes in waves. Okay? Drama comes in waves. I live for drama. It comes in waves. So like, it never comes like, oh, you know, there's a drama now, 1 week break, another drama. What? No. When some shit happens, everything happens at the same time, dude. The whole Elfin psyop shit happened at the same time. The Kingsman shit happened at the same time. The Lucari shit happened at the same time. The Tectone shit happened. Everything happened at the same damn time. Can we goddamn catch a break, bro? I can't clone myself. I can't. Federux. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. 50 gifted Federux. Oh my god, bro. Holy shit. Hope you guys win the lottery of 50 gifted. Dude, thank you so much, Federux. Seriously. Thank you. Thank you for the gifted. Thank you for the work you do in the server. Thank you. God damn. Starting off the stream with a bomb. But yeah, drama comes in waves, guys. Can't really clone myself. Sometimes we gotta, you know, pick what to do and whatnot. But yeah, the sport's been amazing. Thank you so much. It's been absolutely wild. How did we get 60,000 subs in like a month, bro? What the hell? Actually, you know what's funny? January was my best month on YouTube, period. Since the day I fucking started. Can you believe that, dude? January usually dry as hell. Januaries are like some YouTubers will take January off. They will take January off because less people on YouTube. YouTube ad revenue is way less because advertisers still haven't like started spending their budget. They're still like making it. Some people take a break on January. Not this time. Holy moly. Holy moly. Yeah, dude, the Kingsman drama, it was crazy. It was crazy. But my favorite part of that whole drama was knowing that Kingsman was one of you guys. He was a viewer, bro. He was a viewer. Okay? I mean, look at this. Look at this right here. Actually, it'll be a bit complicated to show. Can you see? Can you see if I do this? Wait. Oh, whoops. Oh, wait a second. Uh-oh. That's me. Wait. There we go. You see this? I was thanking you guys for the subs. And Kingsman comes in, he's like, we all live for the peak Mugen vids. Dude, I love this guy. He is so adorable, bro. He is so adorable. That's the best word I can describe him as. You know, he's so adorable, dude. He's so adorable. I love Kingsman. I wish him the absolute best. I'm so happy for his success. He's killing it, dude. He's killing it. He's absolutely killing it. He is killing it. He's gotten offers to join pro teams and shit, you know, and sponsors. And he probably will when he finishes university. But yeah, he's really cool. Mugen, say my name. I'm almost finished. Bro, your name is LeBron's baby. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, drama comes in waves. January was an extremely successful month. It's kind of dry right now. It is kind of dry, you know. I've learned, if there's one lesson I've learned on YouTube, is to never force it, you know. I see other channels do this. Completely fine, you know. I don't have a problem with this, but I personally don't want to do it where they force themselves to upload. You know, they put themselves on the schedule of like every week I have to upload. You know, like it's a full-time job. I started out that way. I think it's important when you first start, but now people have like this expectation of my videos, and I can't just make any video now. I really want to like the topic. I really want the topic to mean something to me and to mean something to you guys. So I can't just jump in and make an hour-long video about what's even happening right now. Anyway, what's going on is everyone's talking about the Epstein files. Do you live on the Twitter trending page? Actually, no. No, actually, no. I either get suggestions from my Discord on topics, or I just open Twitter a couple times a day, and usually like my feed does a good job of just putting drama in my face. I guess, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you though. The first week of this month has been just Epstein stuff, like just straight up, file this, file that, email this, email that. He's still alive somewhere in Israel playing Fortnite, shit like this. You know, that's been the whole week. So I think right now, in retrospect, whatever's going on in terms of like content creator drama pales in comparison to what's going on. But no, I'm not gonna be making most likely, I'm not going to be making a Jeffrey Epstein video. There's like, what, 3 million emails? And it's really not my specialty. It's very political. It's very political. You know what's crazy? I was literally reading the post on Twitter, and then the notification for the vid literally popped up. Ain't no way, you are fast as fuck platonic bestie. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of discourse. I mean, the tweet went really viral about the burnt peanut. It went crazy. Like, dude, 12 million views, bro. So a lot of people have been talking about it. A lot of streamers have been giving their opinions. We're going to look at the facts. And yeah, you'll be able to make up your mind by the end of it, right? What tweet? We'll go through it. We'll go through it. We'll go through it. New Docky? No. We're just going to go. You'll see. It's a tweet that went viral, like calling out the burnt peanut being a view botter, right? 12 million views. So we're going to go through that. That's the whole point of the stream. I don't think it's going to be too long. I mean that. Okay. I mean, don't start saying it's going to be fucking 6 hours. It's fairly cut and dry. Okay. It's fairly cut and dry, but yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Iron Lung, there was Iron Lung drama, but it was like, look, there are some topics you can cover when you make 9-minute videos, right? And then there's topics that are, you know, more, they need a bit more. Like, for example, recently, just today, it was announced that Genshin Impact's developer just jailed 3 people. I had someone be like, Mugen, please, can you make a video on this, please? It's like, dude, what do you want me to say? There's no details. They just committed fraud. 3 people. That's it. That's like a 1-minute short. That's not a video. All right. Before we get into this, guys, I just want to remind everyone why, though. It was like, from what I understand, it was like some merch suppliers, right? Like employees at the company. It involved like products and stuff, right? So, you know, manufacturing, merchandising, they would give out contracts to their friends to make merch and stuff. They weren't picking the best. They were picking their friends and doing them favors, right? So that's why they got arrested. At first, I thought someone was leaking something. No. It's fairly lame. They got jailed for like a year. One of them got jailed for like 3 months. All right, let's switch the scene. Get into this mess. But yeah, listen, dude, the reason why I'm streaming, I missed you guys, okay? There wasn't many topics I could just stream. I saw this one, I was like, oh, this is perfect. This will be fun. So that's why I'm here. All right. Let's do this. And there we go. Holy goddamn. All right, there we go. I looked like a snowman for a second. Before we get into this, guys, I just want to remind you, I do have a page on stacked.com/@Mugen where I upload exclusive content. For example, check this out, dude. This is my Valentine's Day card. Let's take ibuprofen together. Many of the women who watch me love this, especially if they were on their period. Comics, of course, drawn by Wei Wang. There's a 53-minute video of me yapping. It's not edited or anything. It's just me yapping. It's just me yapping about my entire journey on YouTube so far. Another comic, a video, a sneak peek. I sneak peeked the fact that I was working on a Marvel Rivals video. Some more art. And of course, I have a short video, final thoughts on the Elfin Psyop situation. So every month I upload a short video and a long video, as well as a bunch of art, right? So definitely check it out. I'm going to put it in the description. Will there be passport yapping videos? Potentially. It depends, because people get to vote. People get to vote on the topics. Okay, there's different tiers. Starts at $1. Definitely check it out. All right, let's get into it. So, the burnt peanut. This is what we're talking about, by the way. An actual straight-up peanut. Yes, if you're as old as me. Oh, shit, no model. Thank you. This is why you come to my streams, bro. You come to my streams for a scuffed experience, okay? There's no production behind this. There's no team behind this. It's just me. It's just me. All right. So this is the Burnt Peanut. Mugen, give us a passport hint. Is your country in the 2026 Olympics? That is a crazy big clue. That is a dude, did you guys see, wait, before we get into it, did you guys see the whole penis gate going on in the Olympics right now? Did you see the penis gate fucking controversy going on right now? Have you guys heard of this? Does it say something to you guys? Does it say something to you guys when you hear penis gate? Okay, so when it comes to like skiing, okay, you know like where this is where like they ski down a hill and they try to like jump as far as possible. Apparently, some people are injecting their penises with hyaluronic acid, okay, for aerodynamics. Apparently, when you enlarge the pee-pee, apparently the aerodynamics work in your favor, and it makes you fly a bit further. That's the theory, okay? And they do it after. Listen to this, okay? Listen, this is science right here. They inject their pee-pee only after having measured their body already for the outfit, you know? Because if your outfit's a bit loose, if there's like, it's not tight on you, then that means you won't be able to like go as far. Like the aerodynamics will kind of bring you down. They tighten it as much as possible and then inject their pee-pee. That way, their pee-pee tightens the fucking suit even more, which make the aerodynamics become somehow superior, so they can gain a bit of distance after doing the injection, right? So this has gotten so bad that the Olympics committee literally got interrogated on that shit. Winter Olympics hit with Penisgate scandal. I love how they called it Penisgate. It's so fucking funny. Let me go to youtube.com. Winter Olympics panel. If I type penis, will we like, please don't jump scare me with a penis. There was a literal press conference about this shit. I can't seem to find it right now. Platonically shocked. Okay, Winter Olympics 2026 question. Dear chat, please not be Weeniegate 2.0. Love you platonically. What does that mean? What do you mean? Do not be Weeniegate 2026 Penisgate. Penisgate is so fucking funny, bro. Listen, I can. Oh, there it is.
World doping officials weren't quite sure how to answer a question today about male ski jumpers and an unusual conspiracy.
There have been reports in the German press and in America that ski jumpers are now thinking about enlarging their genital areas by injecting hyaluronic acid. Again, the idea is it improves the dynamics and allows ski jumpers to go further.
Any takers for that?
Officials say they have no indication the alleged practices have taken place, though athletes have been sanctioned in the past for manipulating their suits.
Bro, we live in the best timeline. Seriously, man. We live. The guy was speechless. He was literally flabbergasted. He was like, "What do you mean injecting genitals?" And you know, I like how they didn't specify a gender. So like, women could technically do that shit too. I don't want to know. I don't want to know the details, bro. Anyway, yeah. This has been funny, bro. I honestly argued with myself, should I just go live to talk about Penisgate? But I was like, no, no, let's not go that far. What am I even going to call the stream? Investigating the Penisgate controversy? That's crazy. But yeah. Penisgate, dude, you know? While everyone's worrying about the Epstein files, I'm over here looking at Penisgate. It's incredible. Like the lengths people will go. Injecting your penis? A syringe wouldn't get close to my member, bro. A syringe wouldn't get close to my member. I will keep any sharp objects. No, thank you. Okay? Keep that shit away. Excuse me? I use that to pee, buddy. I use that to go to the bathroom. I'm not going to look like some fucking spiked up balloon. So yeah, I got to get that goal that, you know, yeah. But this all started because someone asked me if my country is in the Olympics. This... I'm not going to answer that. Too many clues. But yeah. If my country were to be in the Olympics, I'd hope that they're not enlarging their. Yeah. Anyway, guys, the BurntPeanut controversy. Okay. Away from Penisgate. Away from Penisgate. The burnt peanut is literally a peanut. Okay. If you guys are as old as me. If you guys are as old as me, if you guys are a literal prehistoric fossil, okay, a prehistoric fossil, then he would maybe remind you of the annoying orange. I thought annoying orange was dog shit even when I was a kid, bro. Annoying orange was dog shit even when I was a kid. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I have not laughed once to this guy. But anyway, if you're as old as me, he might remind you of this. He's not using a Snapchat filter, okay? He actually models the whole thing. He rigs it. Impressive. Now, here's the thing. It was always awful. Yeah, dude, I really don't get it, bro. Look at this, 259 million views. If I were to watch this right now, I'd probably get a stroke. I'd legitimately probably just get a stroke because of how cringe it is. So the burnt peanut pretty much blew the fuck up recently, right? He blew the fuck up recently. And when I say recently, I mean recently, okay? Look, he has streamed quite a bit. These are consistent numbers. I want to really point this out. These are consistent numbers. Like, it's not like he just popped up one day. No, he actually was on the grind since the January 2024, streaming 160 hours every month on average, 160 hours every month on average, which is quite a bit. Okay, you divide this by 4 weeks. He was doing it quite often. And so he would really get his first big break, start getting noticed around end of 2024 and really ramp up the viewership early 2025. It would really gradually go up. He started getting a lot of followers and his main game would be Escape from Tarkov. Okay. He would blow the hell up end of 2025 when he would start collabing with bigger streamers and really explode after October, like from 10K to 30K to 50K to 60K concurrent viewers, which is wild. This is just on Twitch. In January alone of this year, he gained 428,000 followers. That is insane, okay? That is crazy. So absolutely blew the hell up. Now, now people who don't watch him, they were introduced to him due to what happened with the Streamer Awards. So I did a stream on this already, right? Disastrous awards. Disastrous, okay? This year's probably going to be worse. But the main controversy stemmed from him being put into the VTuber category, the best VTuber category with other VTubers, right? Even though he had explicitly said multiple times he wasn't a VTuber. The reason for him winning was because Shroud egged him on and was like, yo, you should get your audience to vote for you just to piss VTubers off, right? Like, you should just do that. Here's the clip if you forgot about it.
Really do feel like you deserve it.
All right. Okay. All right. Tell you what you deserve, buddy.
Let's run back a 6v6.
Actually, genuine question though. Do you think if you won, this question for everybody, do you think if you were to win an achievement like that, that VTubers would be pissed?
Wait a second.
VTubers
Hold up.
would be
Wait a
pissed.
minute. Shroud could be onto something.
Right. So ends up winning. His audience obviously is really big, very active, and he ends up winning. So a lot of controversy stemmed from this. I made a couple of tweets on this, right? Giving him the benefit of the doubt, clearing some things up because Iron Mouse was getting a lot of hate because she didn't want to like call him out. And then he ended up pretty much saying that all the anger directed towards Iron Mouse was coming from the VTuber, half the VTuber community, describing them as 40-year-old men cosplaying as 15-year-old anime girls. So that also didn't help, bro. End of 2020. Dude, December was crazy because of this shit, okay? So that didn't help. And so after this, you know, things kind of calmed down. But the VTuber community, whenever they're reminded of him, they're typically not too happy. And when his community is reminded of VTubers, they're not too happy either. So there's a lot of like, you know, controversy involving that shit. So as time would go by since then, he would start really beating a lot of records. And, you know, quote unquote publications, let's just call them publications, like Tectone would on purpose make these articles saying that he is the most watched VTuber of 2025. Like, they know this will drive engagement. They know this will piss people off on Twitter. They just know, dude. They just know it. So they put him next to like big VTubers and make it seem like, oh, this guy's beating them, whatever. Obviously to farm engagement. When he's asked if he's a VTuber, he'd say, I'm not a VTuber, right? So it is what it is. But this whole thing, every time there's a post made of this, the comments are fucking filled to the brim with people like, he's not a VTuber, blah, 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 right? So it really is to drive engagement. Now, recently, what would happen is Tectone would post this saying, the Burnt Peanut was the most watched Twitch streamer in January, beating Asmongold, Hassan, and XQC. Okay? And obviously the reaction is what you'd expect. For example, we can see here, never have I seen a clip of this guy, biggest industry plant ever. Obvious viewbot, his chat moves too slow for that many viewers, etc., right? So this happens anytime someone's a big streamer, nothing crazy. What really changed things was this person quote tweeting this article saying, this dude is a viewbotter. There's no way he randomly comes out of nowhere, gets popular in the normie space, peaks at 100,000 plus viewers, yet his chat is more stale than dead than someone with less than 500 viewers. Also, I got permabanned for saying viewbotting. He's not trying to defend himself, right? So, as you guys can see, just in case you can't see, let me zoom in a little bit. 12 million views, 72,000 likes, 2,500 replies. This went mega viral, and it made more people start talking about it. It even made the Burnt Peanut have to respond to it. But we'll get to that later, of course. Now, the replies obviously are mixed. You can see the Burnt Peanuts community being here saying, coworker streamer, dude, have you seen this guy? He's a peanut XD. Or this one right here saying, only clips I've seen is of him being obnoxious and hating on VTubers despite basically being one. So really, very, very two-sided here. Very, like, completely two different opinions kind of like fighting each other. And yeah, I'll get to the notices at the end of the stream, by the way, guys, as usual. But yeah, so a lot of people either on his side or against him. There's really no in between here, and it got messy very quickly. Okay, so I just want to point out the fact that Jane Remover is actually a musician, and this is a fucking fan account using that name. I just want to point this out, and it didn't make itself known that it's a parody. All right, so the actual Jane Remover saw this shit, quote tweeted it, and was like, question mark? Like, what do you say fuck me for? Someone was like, wait, that wasn't you? Hell nah, I don't run in these circles. Bro, that's probably the most insane thing out of all of this. Okay? Like, the fact that you're impersonating a musician and you're not even titling your shit as a parody account. Like, now everyone sees Jane Remover as someone who called out the Burnt Peanut. That's insane, dude. Like, my condolences to Jane Remover. Like, dude, fucking, they're just minding their own business. What the fuck? But yeah. And this person still hasn't changed. And says in the fucking bio, I'm the real Jane Remover, okay? Like, this is straight up against TOS. You're impersonating someone. You're not even marking your shit as a parody account. This is fucked up. But anyway, yeah, so some drama accounts like Yeet would pick this up, saying the Burnt Peanut is being accused of viewbotting on the timeline. And again, there'd be a lot of arguments here, right? But this post in particular, I'd say mostly got, invaded by his viewers. And the top comment here says, the moment Peanut does anything remotely funny, 30 different clip channels have it posted within the next 60 seconds. It's really not hard to understand. The botting claims are pure cope. So I'm kind of giving you an idea here about the two different groups of people who are talking about this, the ones who are convinced he's viewbotting, the ones who are not. But one thing I do want to point out is that usually this happens a lot, okay? Famous has a different meaning these days, okay? Famous has a different meaning these days. Back during our parents' or grandparents' generation, when you said famous, it really meant like everyone knew this person. But now you can be famous in a circle. You can be famous in a niche. And so sometimes you see someone getting crazy numbers, you've never heard of him before. And of course, people will be like, oh, this is an industry plant. But one thing I want to point out when it comes to the Burnt Peanut, and this is just an objective fact, his audience tends to be older, as in they have white hair, as in they're in their 40s or 50s, okay? Like this is just a random ass TikTok with like barely any views, like 91 likes. But it's saying, why does my dad watch the Burnt Peanut? I also saw like tweets and stuff. I saw like a video tweet of like this dude who's clearly in his 50s watching the Burnt Peanut on his like projector, on his projector screen on the wall, right? So he definitely attracts a lot of old people, a lot of dads. And these people don't really tend to chat. These people barely know what the fuck Twitch is. I don't even know how they find his stream, but they just watch him. They don't say anything. They put him on the second monitor. They put him on the TV. So that's one thing to keep in mind, right? Just because you don't know someone doesn't mean they can't be famous. That's just a fact. But that's not conclusive enough. Is he actually viewbotting? His viewers blew the hell up. Well, more and more people, wait, a projector is a dad thing. Listen, bro, I've had thoughts of getting a projector. I would have gotten one if I had more space in my tiny ass apartment. I would have. Does that make me a dad? I'm not even 30, bro. So yeah, seeing all this happening prompted more people to kind of like jump on the bandwagon and start accusing him, right? And of course, some of these people will be VTubers. It's very normal that these people are VTubers. The VTubing community doesn't like him at all. So this person would quote tweet the fake Jane Remover and say, people can be salty about this, but he basically shows every single sign of viewbotting. His YouTube and Twitch streams always have almost the exact same number of viewers within 100 watchers. The stream charts are a bizarre wave of plus 5,000, minus 5,000 every 20 minutes at consistent intervals for the entire stream. The only streamer I can find that has had an even remotely similar level of growth to him is Queso, and even he grew half as fast. Guy has more watches per platform than the game he's playing. Okay, that's even has players, and he makes 70 to 80% of the most watched Twitch category's entire viewership. But his chat moves as fast as mine and slower than some of my friends, and we're all small-time streamers with CCV in the low triple digits, okay? So obviously, I saw Jane Remover on the thumbnail. What is happening? Listen. I want to point this out, dude, because you just came here, okay? It's not the real Jane Remover, okay? The real Jane Remover quote tweet edition was like, question mark? Like, this is not her. This is a parody account, bro. This is a fucking parody account, all right? This person needs to be reported unless they turn it into a parody account. This person is literally ruining the Jane Remover's reputation, dude. Anyway, so as you can see, he was being called out by VTubers now. And fuck, it would have been really funny. No, it wouldn't have. What the fuck does she have to do with any of this shit? Who is Jane Remover? Some musician. I don't know her personally. I just like before the stream looked at her socials real quick to see like, you know, who is this to begin with? And yeah, just a musician. Just a musician. You can use a projector on any wall. Pretty versatile. Yeah, I know, but I really don't have a free wall, dude. I don't have a free wall, dude, you know? Like, I don't know if you know how like old Parisian apartments look, but they don't really have straight walls all the time. Yeah. That's the thing. Do you hang up posters? I could, yeah. I do have like a couple of paintings, but it's just there's usually like a drawer under it or something, you know. Dude, you guys don't know how small Persian apartments are, man. Do you guys know that if you want to rent a 2-bedroom in Paris, like in an old building, you will not be approved for a lease unless you're making 9,200 euros monthly? Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that? I bet you didn't. And to get a 30-year mortgage on a 2-bedroom in Paris, you need to be making 7,000 a month. I'm talking euros. Yeah. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm 100% serious. Yeah. I'm French. I'm not French. I just live in France, dude. So yeah, it's crazy, bro. Please censor the word French. So yeah, it is what it is, dude. And try finding an apartment. It's impossible. It really is impossible. It's absolutely, it's probably the worst thing you can do in your life. I know someone who came here to study a master's degree. He was like, let me just come here. I'll sit in a hotel and I'll find an apartment later. You know, it's not like you can find one before coming here anyway. Bro spent 2 months stuck in a hotel trying to find an apartment. Bro spent 2 months in a hotel trying to find an apartment. You mean Parisian, not Persian, right? Yeah. Yeah. Trust me, dude. They're not making 9,000 euros a month in Persia. Was it at least a nice hotel? I don't know, bro. All I know is that he was so bored he gained a shit ton of weight because he had nothing else to do but eat. That's all you need to really know about the situation. It was miserable. But yeah, it's small. I don't care though. As long as it's my space, I don't care. Plus, my neighbors are really cool. It's 3 a.m. and I'm streaming. They don't give me shit. You know, I don't care. I'll move somewhere else later. Lives in France, minus 10,000 social credit. Dude, what the fuck? Where? What social credit? What social credit? In what country? So yeah. So this person said all this in their post, kind of like really being confident over the fact that they're viewbotting, arguing that their viewers go up 5,000, minus 5,000. I mean, we can see this maybe, I think, in this. I'm human, dude. I'm human. Yeah, so this is an example right here. So they're arguing he's viewbotting because this happens. Boop, 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 right? Which indicates like every time he loses viewers, in their opinion, it means that the bots come in to make up for it, to really maintain his view count, right? So look, to the naked eye, this looks sus, okay? We're not going to conclude anything just yet. We're going to keep going through the tweets calling him out because there were many, okay? So as I said, the first tweet calling him out, 12 million views, 72,000 likes. This one right here, 500,000 views, 12,000 likes. And this one right here also argues what I just showed you. Means you don't understand. These dips coincide with him getting in and out of matches. And then they say, well, damn, it's so odd that he starts and finishes matches at right about the exact same time, every stream at the exact time intervals, except during one of these streams, he was playing a totally different game. Yeah. Now, here's one thing to keep in mind, right? Here's one thing to keep in mind. Deme, who's a streamer and gets thousands of viewers and has been doing this for years, actually argues against this. And Demi's a VTuber, okay? Might not, think the best of the Burnt Peanut. I don't know what her stance on him is, but she came here to correct this and said, this looks very normal. It's advertisements. Science for viewbotting would be unusual amount of viewers without growth in any other website, a jump of max viewers under 10 minutes of the stream, way too consistent viewership without drops when categories change, few new followers yet thousands of viewers / new followers, reasons to believe it isn't viewbotting, natural decline when changing categories, natural growth when doing their best content, ads are consistent throughout the stream. However, big streamers can be viewbotted for like a few thousand, which cannot be really noticeable at this point, okay? So there's 11 replies here. I'm not going to go down them, but I'm sure some people might have like argued against her or said some shit. But viewbotting, this is why viewbotting is always like such a tricky topic. It's because you cannot prove it unless the person doing it literally says so. Okay? Like, do what Tectone did recently, where he straight up admitted, yes, I viewbotted on Twitch. Like, you can, that's the only way. That's the only way. Otherwise, you could just sit here and be like, I think this and I think that. You'll never know. But in this case, I think for the most part, we can conclude. We'll get to that later, okay? But this person that called out, this VTuber that called out the Burnt Peanut, would then, of course, make a tweet saying they're being DM'd some really bad things by the Burnt Peanut's community, okay? This wouldn't get as many views as them calling out Peanut, right? But like there's this guy whose name is Consider a Bridge, with his bio being, you heard me, DMing her, saying, do yourself a favor and consider, God, whatever. Yeah, getting some really interesting DMs. Okay, look, there are definitely some weird bad actors in the Burnt Peanuts community. He hasn't been good at herding them. He hasn't been good at like, training them to stop doing this shit. He doesn't typically tell he doesn't draw a line for his community, and he's blowing up very quickly. So of course, things like this will eventually happen. This is something that I personally think about the Burnt Peanut. Okay, yeah, he could be entertaining, he could be funny, but when it comes to his community, he doesn't know how to rein them in. Okay, if I see you, if I see a couple of you motherfuckers in here start to shit on a streamer and tell them to consider a bridge, I tell you, yo, shut the fuck up. What the hell's going on? Hey, moderators, do something, right? But with the Burnt Peanut, he doesn't, because I guess in some way he blew up recently. He's still inexperienced and doesn't want to piss off his community. He's scared of that. So yeah, but this is normal at the end of the day when you're a big streamer. It's unfortunate and it shouldn't happen. But you know, to this VTuber, they'd say you guys are not helping the allegations. Someone said, I missed the message, but someone said, make sure to pay us tomorrow for viewbotting the stream. Bro, I'm not a viewbotter, bro. I don't viewbot, man. Hey, my views speak for themselves, man. My views speak for themselves, man. So this was another person jumping in on the bandwagon of going after the Burnt Peanut after this viral tweet. And so now we have yet another person jumping on this as well with 1.5 million views saying, wait, she's only just now figuring this out? I called this months ago. Just look at the tracking of his viewership. He starts off in double digits and then somehow, literally overnight, he supercharges into high triple and quadruple digit viewers. And then late 2025, he suddenly, out of nowhere, starts getting literally thousands of viewers over the course of maybe a week or two. Obviousness is obvious. Linking the screenshot, right? Now, here's what's really funny. This post would get 1 million views, 1.5 million views, 13,000 likes, and this image isn't even the Burnt Peanut's channel. This image is the Burnt Peanut 24/7 channel that features reruns of his streams 24/7. You see how quickly shit can spread on this dog shit website? You see how quickly shit can spread? People didn't even look at who the user is. You see how quickly this shit can spread? This isn't even him. And they highlight this shit like it's proof. You know? You see how easily shit spreads on this website? It's a VOD channel, okay? Then, of course, they would reply saying, FYI, I grabbed the wrong chart. This would get viewed like barely 200,000 times, right? The damage has been done. The damage has been done. But regardless, here's what they have to say. FYI, I grabbed the wrong chart. Thanks for pointing it out. Because this chart looks very natural, by the way. Like, there's nothing wrong with this chart, by the way, right? They'd say, thanks for pointing it out because the Twitch tracker for his actual channel is even more damning. This isn't damning, by the way, for the 24/7 channel at all. His Twitch tracker for his actual channel is even more damning and shows he had nothing in terms of viewership for years before suddenly exploding with thousands of views overnight in January 2025. That doesn't happen without Viewbotting. So it's what we saw, you know. But I think what this doesn't show is the gradual growth from January 2024 to December 2024, right? Like this is gradual growth. You can't see it because the numbers are so small compared to where they are now, but the guy has been streaming since January and he would go from 6 viewers, 13, 42, 76, 119, 200, 300, 600, 1,000 naturally. Every month he would gain a few hundred viewers. This is as healthy of a growth as there is. Of course, when it comes to streaming, once you reach over 1,000 viewers, this is when the real game starts, right? It's the same thing on YouTube. Like on YouTube, the worst part is getting discovered. Like latching onto the algorithm. Once you latch onto the algorithm, this is when the fun starts. This is when you can actually reach more people, reach the mainstream, create videos that, you know, mean more to a wider audience. But the hardest part is getting noticed. So same thing with streaming. If you have 200 viewers, 300 viewers, you can't do shit. You're literally like in jail. When you get over 1,000, this is when you can actually start to like make clip channels, have some sort of reputation, have an audience that will spread around your shit. But under that, it's hard to grow. So once you made it to 1,000, it's only natural that growth, you know, like the saying that says the rich get richer. It's the same thing with content creation. Whoever has a lot of views is easier for them to get more views. It's that simple because you use your already existing viewers to spread info about your channel. So the people who have the more views can very easily get more views. The people who don't have views, it's very hard to just get one viewer. So that's like the, you know, that's the logic behind this. So this wasn't really as overnight as the chart makes it seem. Because he was streaming, like if he streamed 10 hours here, 20 hours there, 10 hours here, I'd say, okay. But he was streaming over 150 hours every single month. That's a grind right there. You have to admit that 150 hours might seem a little bit, but when you're doing that on top of a full-time job, I don't know his situation, that's not easy to do. So that's kind of that's like why this chart, it looks like he started streaming in January of 2025. It does look sus as fuck. It does. But in reality, he started streaming here. You just can't see that because the viewership was so little. So even Cloaksy, right? Cloaksy is a well-known streamer as well who collabs a lot with the Burnt Peanut, with Tweet. The day has come where people think Peanut is cheating on our creators. Are we for real? So not only is he being blamed for viewbotting, he's being blamed for cheating as well. Okay, that's a different story. But overall, there's a lot of eyes on him right now because of this. This tweet went very viral. I already talked about the Jane remover, dude. Yeah, just in case you're just joining the stream, even though the person who did this is called Jane Remover, it is not the real Jane Remover. This is someone impersonating Jane Remover who is a musician. All right. So seeing all this pressure build up and seeing how many tens of millions of views this shit has been getting, the Burnt Peanut decided to actually address this on stream. Okay. All right. Let's watch. Let's see what Mr. Peanut has to say.
What?
Oh my God, that's loud. No. Damn.
What? They're gonna clip whatever I say anyways. Might as well make it good.
Holy shit.
You guys mind if I be a little unhumble for a second? I don't like being unhumble. I just like hanging out with you boys and gaming, but I kind of got to. Just for like a second, guys. It's not gonna be too crazy. I just kind of got you. Guys, I call viewbotting the loser's topic. That's what I call it. You have too many viewers, not enough likes, you're viewbotting. You have too many viewers, you have too many likes, you're like botting. You have too many viewers, you don't have enough subscribers, you're viewbotting. You have too many viewers, too many subscribers, you're subscribe botting. You have too many viewers on Twitch, you don't have as much viewers on Kick, you're viewbotting on Twitch. If you have too many viewers on YouTube, but you don't have as many viewers on Twitch, you're viewing on YouTube. You can spin it any way you can. At the base of it, it's cope. At the base of the argument, it's cope. There's no way to prove.
Bro, you're already loud as fuck. Why are you doing that? Leave the microphone alone.
Anyone is viewbotting, or if they're not. There's no way to prove it. Either way it is. It's up to even an OnlyFans lady only appeals to like 50% of the population that likes pussy. This is a real loser topic. You're appealing to human jealousy?
What does that have to do with?
That's been around since since they invented the wheel. Of course your post is gonna blow up. It's a bunch of other losers coping.
What? Wait. Hold up. Hold the phone, dude. What does that have to do? Bro's gone back in time to the invention of the wheel to talk about jealousy and had to use an OnlyFans example. How does that make any sense?
It's the same time all together. It's like a party. That's how it works. I mean, come on. I mean, is there anything lower? Is there anything lower? Jesus Christ. Is there anything lower? Let me expand on that. Again, I hate to be unhumble. I hate it. But guys, we switched to Brazilian servers. We switched to European servers. We switched to a server called Oceanic. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. I can't find a single fucker on any continent on this planet that doesn't know who we are. And you're saying I'm viewbotting?
I'm deep condolences and apologies to anyone watching from New Zealand or Australia or any of the islands around. People watch that? Yeah, they do. They do. Dude, if anyone watching this stream right now was using it to fall asleep, they just woke up. Apologies to that too, bro. Hey, I know a lot of people watch my streams to fall asleep. This shit fucking woke them right the hell back. God, dude. So yeah. Yo, Shadow Leon, thanks so much for the 5 gifted. What's up, baby? So yeah, this was his argument. Look, if we condense it down, if we condense these 2 minutes down without all the other bullshit, he thinks this is cope and jealousy. All right. Now let's check shit for ourselves. Here's the deal. On Twitch, I think he's live right now on Twitch, actually. Yeah. Let me see. The Burnt Peanut. The Burnt Peanut on Twitch.
Thank you, liar.
Let me beat the tab. All right, 65,000 people. His chat is pretty active. Pretty active. Not what you'd expect for 65,000. But at the same time, like I said, a lot of his audience is old, 40s, 50s. They probably watch him in the background on the second monitor. You can't always expect an active chat. What you do have to expect is a bunch of followers, right? Like, is it consistent? Is he actually getting followers every stream? Like here, if you look at his past stream, we can see that even though it looks sus, like up and down and up and down, he was still gaining followers. He's not one good way of telling if someone is viewbotting is if they're losing followers constantly, which does happen to quite a bit of streamers. Additionally, even though he has 66,000 viewers right here, 66,000 viewers. Your chat is 4K and is twice as fast. That's crazy. It really depends on the streamer. I will say that his chat being this slow and they're literally just gambling. They're not even interacting with what the fuck he's saying. Yeah, it could be faster, right? It could be faster. But that's the situation, right? 66,000 viewers. You never know. Like, for example, Shroud gets 20,000 viewers. His chat's also slow as hell. But I'm pretty sure it's on subscribers only mode. Here, it's anyone that can chat. So yeah, the chat definitely could be a bit faster for sure. For sure. Now, here's the thing though. Twitch viewbotting is super easy. Even after their update, it's still very easy to viewbot. It has gotten harder, but if there's a will, there's always a way, right? There's always a way to fucking viewbot. And want to see it go faster? Just type cat smiley face, dude. So there's always a way to viewbot on Twitch. And like, look, his chat's kind of going a bit fast, but there's always a way to viewbot on Twitch. And compared to other platforms, the security is just not up to par. It's not up to par. It really isn't. It's always been, oh my God, the chat. Yeah, see, this is how you know we're not viewbotting. This is how you know we're not viewbotting. This right here is how you know all the viewers here are legit, dude. They're legit. Buddy, my stream, like I literally went live today and I didn't even have display capture on. Okay, you think I'm sophisticated enough to fucking viewbot? That's crazy, bro. You know, that's crazy. That's proof right here. But yeah, a lot of viewers, and look, sometimes people will viewbot him without him knowing. Usually a few thousand. You don't have control over that. Sometimes someone malicious might viewbot you. Again, you don't have control over that. And sometimes streamers themselves viewbot. Usually also, like in this case, you can't really prove it because they viewbot 10%, 20%. It's hard to viewbot when you have no audience. Okay, let me give you an example actually. What's his fucking name? God, this guy has been around for so long. This guy's name is Timothy Randy, okay? He is the perfect example of a fucking viewbotter. Okay, look at this. This guy is the perfect example of a viewbotter. He's been around since the Genshin days. He streams gacha games. Who exactly? You guys don't know who he is. Average viewers 1,000. 1,000. Followers gained 27. This guy has been viewbotting Genshin Impact since its fucking release. He has been viewbotting every single time he goes live. He probably has 5 real viewers. I am not exaggerating. I really wish I was. Look at this right here. At some point here, he forgot to turn on the viewbot. 43 people. Lost 3 followers. comes back, next stream, 400 viewers. What a miracle. What a miracle. 600 viewers, 285. Let's look at an example. Bro, look at this. From the moment he goes live, like, dude, even listen, you guys saw this, my stream, right? When I go live, we need maybe like an hour or an hour and a half to reach our peak, which is like usually 4,000, 5,000. This dude within 5 minutes had 1,000 people bought. Within 5 minutes of pressing the go live button. 0 followers, 0 followers, 1 follower. 3 followers. 3 followers. Minus 1 follower. Okay? This is what viewbotting actually, like we can confirm 100%. I don't need this guy to go on stream to say he's viewbotting. This guy is 100,000% a viewbotter. It's been known for a very long time. I don't know why he does it. Probably has like a rich dad, some big inheritance. It's so weird. He's been doing this since 2022. It's so weird. It's so weird. Yeah, so that's actually what a Viewbotter looks like. Goes live for like a couple hours, probably because it costs too much to Viewbot longer. I don't know. But every stream is like this. Every stream is like this. Like just a bunch of, it just gradually goes up, never goes down. Never goes down. Never. And if you actually like, the thing is, with me, it goes down. With a lot of big streamers, it goes down, especially after your peak. People will go to work, they go to sleep, they go to eat, whatever. A good way to tell if someone's viewbotting is if the viewer count stays the exact same or never goes down. Never goes down is a perfect example. Never, ever goes down. Never, ever goes down. So this is a great example. How many followers does he have? 23,000 followers, crazy ratio, bro. Because I know people with 23,000 followers, they can barely get 200 viewers. So this is an example of a viewbotter, right? And of course, he's not live right now, but the chat usually is dead. Like I've checked the streams before. Many gacha content creators in the past have checked the streams before. Dead. It is just dead. So there's only like one mod talking. That's not a chat for 1,000 people. Okay, so this is what actual viewbotting looks like. Now you guys know. Where were we? So in this case, he does lose viewers. He does lose viewers. The main suspicion arising from most people is the fact that it goes up and then down and then up and then down and then up and then down. What does this mean? Well, like Demi pointed out recently, like on the tweet we saw from her, usually these are ad breaks. And he has them set for every 30 minutes, it seems. Okay? I'm going to fucking make a guess here. I bet that for every 7-hour stream he's doing, with this amount of viewers, I think from ads alone, he's making over $50,000 a stream. This is my educated guess. Over $50,000, he's clearing that easily with this amount of ads per stream. Easily. So yeah, it makes sense that he's running ads every 30 minutes. You also need to run ads on Twitch, unfortunately. Like when I used to stream on Twitch in 2024, don't worry, I'll go live on Twitch next time, maybe for all the people who fucking subbed. Didn't have time to set that up. But the way with Twitch works, when you get partnered on Twitch, you are forced. You are literally forced to run ads. Like I got partnered on Twitch. I wanted to turn off ads. I was like, I don't want this shit. I want people to actually watch me. I'm not here to make money on ads. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, guess what? You have to run ads. Minimum once every 3 minutes, I think. Or was it 5 minutes? I think 5 minutes. Once every 5 minutes. And here's the deal. Well, if you don't want to run any ads, they're going to force them on you, right? Like when someone, you know what, when you click on a Twitch stream and it like forces you to like watch a pre-roll, if you don't run enough ads, I don't know, I think my ads were every 30 minutes. Sorry, I don't remember exactly. But I'm pretty sure if you don't run ads as often as this, then your viewers will be subjected to pre-roll. You can only disable pre-roll ads if you run enough ads. Make that make sense. So you're forced, and you're also encouraged to run more ads for many different reasons. You get a better ad cut, you better, all that shit, right? So it's a very ad intensive platform. They're very like hungry for ad money because they don't have any other way to grow. So the only way to watch Twitch these days is to get Twitch Turbo, which costs like $12 a month. That destroys all, it's like YouTube Premium. It just destroys all the ads because it is unfucking watchable. It is, that website has gotten to the point where it's unwatchable, but the streamers are benefiting hard, okay? They're benefiting hard because, as I said, dude, with this viewership, I mean, if you have like 2,000 viewers and you run ads, that's the majority of your income. More than subs, more than donations, more than bits, that's the majority of your income, man. If you stream every day for like a few hours, that's a lot of money. That can legit easily be 5 figures. So, but since they're so invasive and usually the ads are so fucking annoying and some of them last for like 5 minutes straight, yeah, it's normal that you lose viewers. Now, here's where my personal opinion comes in. YouTube. So he streams on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. He's literally live on Kick right now. Okay? He's live on Kick right now. He has 3,600 viewers on Kick while having 66,000 on YouTube. I mean, on Twitch, sorry, 66,000 on Twitch, 3,600 on Kick, right? Makes sense why people would watch here because there are no ads. And on top of that, has 41,000, maybe even more by this point. 100,000 people watching on. That's insane. I didn't even know his fucking YouTube went to that. That's crazy. That is wild. Let's see his fucking YouTube chat. How fucking fast it's moving.
dollars.
Holy shit, man. His YouTube chat is slower than his Twitch chat. That is, our chat is literally faster. That's insane. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. Yes, I know I look like a ghost. Our chat is literally as fast or a bit faster than this shit. That's crazy. 100,000 people is wild. That's crazy. Here's the thing though, right? Here we go with this spam. Here's the thing though. Listen. Obviously, like, this is inconclusive, and we can't say anything without 100% proof, unless he literally comes on stream and says, yes, I viewbot. But the thing is, usually YouTube does a better job at detecting viewbots compared to Twitch. Like, I've gotten this message before in my YouTube studio at some point on one video saying, yo, some viewers on this video were deemed as suspicious, so we're going to be removing them from your video, and we're going to be removing some of your revenue. I was like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? I looked at details, and apparently like 100 viewers were weird. Maybe it was like getting botted a little bit. That was a long time ago. That was like last year or something. So usually YouTube does a better job at viewbot detection, which is why this is so confusing. People are saying he's viewbotting 60K on Twitch, but he's getting 100K here. So what the hell's going on exactly? You know? So overall, is he actually viewbotting? There's no way to know. There's no way to tell. But when I see the fact that every single one of his streams has over 1 million views. Now, bear in mind, he streams for 7 hours. When you stream for this long, like, if he streamed for 4 hours, he'd have less viewers. But the fact that you're getting 1 million every single stream, and you're getting 100,000 concurrents, there has to be a point where it doesn't make sense to say that all his viewers are viewbots, okay? It is totally probable that 10 to 30% of his viewers are viewbots. Totally probable. Hell, you know what? You want to go crazy, 40%. But it's just not possible to viewbot 100,000 people. It's just not possible. It's not possible to viewbot 50,000 people. It is absolute insanity to attempt to do that shit. Not only is it ridiculously expensive, but the platforms will know about this. And they're going to want to kill it because advertisers are being scammed. Fake it till you make it? No, the thing is, you can fake it till you make it, but not to this scale. Otherwise, everyone would be doing this shit. Like, if you're some kid and your dad's a millionaire and you have so much money to spend, why aren't you doing this now, you know? Why aren't you doing this now? No one viewbots to this degree. No, I just showed you a viewbotter. You know, at most you can viewbot 1,000, 2,000, hell, maybe 5,000 if you really are you know, feeling very adventurous. But 100,000? You know how many people can get 100,000 on fucking YouTube? Not that many. I could count them on my fucking fingers. So he's earning 50K plus per stream is totally possible. But yeah, like, but where are these viewers coming from to begin with? Where are these Twitch streamers coming to begin with? Like, at a certain point, like, the argument here would be, okay, if we're going to go with this argument, at a certain point you have to say, so like, excuse me, hello? At a certain point, oh, it thinks I'm a bot again. Yeah, at a certain point you have to argue then that here, in October, he sold his house. He sold his entire house and all his net worth to get bots. If that's the case, then sure, you know, anything's possible in this world. Now there is a fake it till you make it element in streaming. Okay, all the top streamers viewbot. They do, either them directly or indirectly through someone else. Either they are aware of it or they're not. Okay. Typically, viewbotting is the most crazy when it comes to collabs. Like, let's say, I don't know, Kai Cenat is collabing with your mom or whatever. These streams are usually have an insane boost in viewership. Like, let's say usually he gets 100,000, he'll get 200,000, he'll get 300,000. In this case, sure, there's definitely viewbotting involved to a certain extent. Yes, it's there to build up hype. It's there so that people tweet about it and say, oh my God, look, this collab reached 300K. He's killing it. He's absolutely destroying it, right? It makes sense. But at the same time, one thing you have to understand with the Burnt Peanut is that there are dozens and hundreds and God knows how many channels that clip him. Similar to the whole queso phenomenon. Queso blew up because a bunch of people would make fan accounts on TikTok to make money off of his clips. The Burnt Peanut has the same situation. Okay. So many shorts channels, Instagram, TikTok, all that shit. So if he was truly viewbotting the majority of his viewers, then these people wouldn't exist. That's the thing. That's the conclusion, right? So I don't think he's viewbotting the majority of his viewers. No. Is he viewbotting 10 to 30%? Totally probable. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised. I wouldn't even blink. I wouldn't even blink if he showed me proof. I wouldn't, like, it wouldn't even shock me. But we can't say that 70% or more are being viewbotted. That's just not true. I don't think it's probable. Otherwise, he would have been caught by now, or something would have happened, especially since he's gaining followers at a rapid pace too. Okay? That's the thing. So the majority of his viewers, I'd say, are not viewbotted. Totally probable, 10 to 30%, hell, maybe even 40% if you really want to be kind. But the fake it till you make it phenomenon is simple. It's using momentum that you have to kind of like suck your own pee-pee, okay? Since we talked about the Olympics, since we talked about Penisgate, might as well bring back the whole fucking, might as well bring back, all the way back to penises. It's like sucking yourself off, all right? So you already have like 1,000 people, you're growing, but you're not satisfied. You want to grow faster. Yeah, you buy 500 viewers. You buy 1,000, okay? What does this do? I've already explained this. Let me explain it again. Let's open up Paint. Let's open up Paint. All right, listen. So, for every viewer, that's a person. Yep, that. There we go. See, that's the viewer icon on Twitch, bro. I'm a fucking artist. For every viewer, you get $1 to $2. $1 to $2 per hour for a sponsor. All right. For every, like, let's say some crazy dude. I got a sponsor the other day. This was back in January. Okay. It was some gacha game about an isekai. Okay. The girls had massive bazongas and it actually looked funny as fuck. They wanted me to make a video about it. Like just me playing the game. I was like, you know what? I'm open to it. You're going to have to give me a bit more time because they only had 3 days. They gave me 3 days. They were like, nope, sorry, no exception. Sponsors are such bitches, bro. You know how many times I've had a sponsor come in and be like, dude, it is urgent. It is urgent that you finish it by the 10th. Okay, I finish it by the 10th. They get back to me on the 15th and say, okay, now you can upload it. It's like, fuck you. Fuck you, man. Anyway, just thought I'd mention that. So anyway, I can't just take any sponsor these days, man. I'm open to take like, these little 60-second integration sponsors on videos, but dedicated videos, yes, they pay a shit ton, gazillion, millions. No, not millions, but depending on your currency, they pay a lot of money, but I can't just take anything these days. Hey, our channel's on another level right now, hey. Anyway, on stream, usually sponsors like games will pay you like $1 per viewer per hour. If you're a VTuber, usually that's a bit higher. Usually it's $2. Okay? Because VTubers, when they're playing a gacha game, they're appealing to a crowd of men who like women that are anime characters. Why the fuck would you be watching a woman who's a VTuber otherwise, So it's more valuable to target this very niche audience for your gacha game as opposed to a more general audience that probably doesn't give a shit about anime titties. Okay? So that's usually how it goes. I don't know if I'm technically classified as a VTuber, to be completely honest with you. Most companies don't even see me that way. But yeah, that's usually how it goes. So in the Burnt Peanut's case, let's just say it's $1 per viewer per hour. If he got a sponsor, okay, we're talking 60 grand a fucking hour. Okay, let's chill with that. XQC used to get these sponsors all the time. The Burnt Peanut, I don't know if he accepts them. But this is to tell you like why people viewbot in the first place, right? So because of this, let's say a streamer has 1,000 viewers These are 1,000 real viewers. 1,000 real viewers, okay? If you're the best VTuber to us, just platonically animated, which is using platonically on anything right now. Guys, I platonically took a shit earlier. It was crazy, bro. I platonically wiped my bum. So, yeah, no, I'm just not seen like as a traditional VTuber. Because listen, dude. Listen, you have to understand. Let me give you a quick history lesson. Female VTubers have always been seen as idols when they first started. Now, obviously, it's different. You have independent VTubers and stuff, but VTubers initially, female VTubers, I mean, usually it was female dominated, but they were seen as idols. They sang, they streamed, they yapped, they played games, they danced, they were multi-talented. They were idols. Male VTubers were seen as clowns. No one would take you seriously. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? VTubing was a female dominant. It still is, but back then it was 99.99% of people, female VTubers. Everything changed. And I mean everything changed when Nijisanji would announce Luxium. This was back in like 2020, 2021, end of 2021. When they announced Luxium, everything would change permanently. It was for the first time, male VTubers were seen as something real. I said it first, I win. Hell yeah. We got some historians up in here. Okay. But these guys, most of them took on the same approach that female VTubers were taking on, which is parasocialism and also being an idol, like singing and shit. The pioneer, I'd say, the main pioneer of male VTubers was Vox Akuma in the middle. Very fucked up individual in the head. He's been in quite a few controversies recently of backstabbing, being manipulative and all that shit. But this guy would have literally ASMR date nights. Brother, are they still on YouTube? Please tell me they're still on YouTube. Vox Akuma ASMR date night. Wait, is the burnt peanut still here? I don't want to get jump scared. Okay, cool. Where? Yeah. All right. So male VTubers were expected to continue this shit, right? Like, oh, okay, so you're doing RP ASMR and you're licking the microphone. So it was seen as, all right, well, look, now we can take male VTubers seriously. But the status quo was that female VTubers only appealed to men and male VTubers only appealed to women. This is how it went for a while. I'd say, I don't know. I'm not really like an expert on this topic in particular, but I'd say it kind of like started falling apart. Well, maybe started in 2023, really in 2024, like during the fall of Nijisanji. And since then, many more people have been going independent and doing their own thing, not really conforming into any of this shit. But back then, that's how it used to be. And a lot of this, thought process is still there. The status quo is not fully gone yet. There are certain expectations, like VTubers are expected to act professionally. They're not expected to be like actual, yeah, they're expected to be girl failures, sure. But like to a certain degree, there's things they can't say. But yeah, dude, the chat's so funny. The chat's so fucking funny. Hug, please. I'd like to look at you. Someone just straight up type underwear question mark. Underwear question mark. This shit's so 1.1 million views, brother. 1.1 million views. Now you know, dude. This is how male VTubers got on the map. All right. So am I a male VTuber? I don't know, bro. VTuber community probably doesn't really see me as one. I don't really care, right? I know I'm a tourist. I only discovered VTubers end of 2023. Like, I know I'm a tourist, but I love the idea of being to express myself. I'm like a cool model and stuff, and being able to make up, like cool scenarios and stories like the comics on stack.com / at Mugen. Yes, on Stack. The price started $1. This is a full comic of, wait, let me just show you this one slide I like. Let me show you this one slide. I'm not going to spoil the whole thing. Let me just show you one slide I like. Whoa, I only complimented you. What did I do wrong? Since when is the word hag a compliment? I'm 31 years young. This is me getting arrested because I called someone a hag, dude. Real. All right. Back to what I was talking about in Paint. Fucking, listen, I wasn't diagnosed with ADHD. I wasn't. I don't know if I ever intend to, but yes, this is me right now going from shit to shit. Right, like this is how I research videos. By the way, like I'll legit go like through a topic, and then I'm watching a YouTube video that has to do with it, and then I see my recommended, and I see some shit like Penisgate, what I just spoke about earlier in the stream, and I'll click on it and I'll just go down a rabbit hole of fucking Penisgate. An hour or two later, I'm like, wait, I was researching a video about something completely different. That's how I work. Yeah. Anyway, so since $1 to $2 per hour per viewer is the sponsor rate for streamers, let's say you have 1,000 people. What the fuck is Penisgate? There are people injecting acid, a type of like viscous acid into their penises in the Winter Olympics so that the aerodynamics of an enlarged penis can lead them to jump higher. It's real, unfortunately. It's real. So let's say you have 1,000 viewers. Let's say you have 1,000 viewers. Okay, here we go again. Into their being, we're talking penises. I don't know if the women are doing it. I don't know if the women are doing it. Let's say you had 1,000 viewers. Okay, dude, we're gonna finish this train of thought. I'm gonna need a full video about Penisgate. If you know what, if it progresses, sure. If they actually ban people for injecting shit in their penises, if it becomes such a big issue, sure, I'll make a video. Sure. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Anyway, let's say I have 1,000 viewers. This means that as a streamer, you're making $1,000 an hour on a sponsor. Let's say a game wants you to play the game for 3 hours. That's $3,000. Not bad. Okay. 3 hours equals $1,000. Honestly, we can also say like, you know, to $2,000, right? Now, this is when the Viewbotting becomes interesting. If you buy 1,000, how much does that shit cost? You know what? I've never really looked it up. Buy Viewbots Twitch. How much does that shit cost? Viewbots.com. Wow. Wow, it's John Viewbot. That's crazy. It's literally John Viewbot. Enter your channel name. I'm not going to enter my channel name. All right, you know what? Let's just do my good old friend Box 2. Okay, continue. Where does this lead me, bro? Select service. All right, let's see. Box, let's send Box some viewers. Twitch, if you're watching this, I'm kidding. I'm literally kidding. Okay, Partner Prodigy, Donation Addict. Okay, let's see what $75 over 7 days. 250 viewers. 250 live viewers, 1,000 permanent followers. This is for 7 days. Let's say 30 days, because sponsors usually will look at your last 28-day view count. That's how they'll determine the rate. So like right now, let's say the Burnt Peanut, his average viewers for 30 days is 62,000. So that's the rate that sponsors will look at, right? So in this case, donate, you can do 12 hours. Wow. Donation Addict, $245 for 30 days, 250 live viewers. That's a very attractive price. Okay, that's a very 4,000 permanent followers as well. Realistic chatters. That's crazy. What? And you get 20% off? Dude, okay, why am I sponsoring them? I'm not sponsored. Why am I? Anyway. Okay, so you just saw it for yourself, right? You just saw this for yourself. Let's do this real quick. Let's just do this, okay? So, you're getting 1,000 viewers. As we said, that's like around 1K to 2K. I feel like I'm a school teacher. 2K. Yes, that's a 2. All right. So you just saw this for yourself. Okay, we can look at another website too to compare prices. So this is 245 by Twitch. Let's go to John Viewbotter. View pricing. $185 a week, 750 live view. That's okay. Yeah, let's use this example. Chatters as well. They even give you VOD and clip views. Wow. All right, 185. Okay. For 750. Okay, so you pay $185 per week. Per week, right? It's per week? Yeah, per week. Okay. Per week. 185 per week, 185 multiply by 4. So $740. Don't you have a glasses toggle for this? Dude, so true. So true. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Anyway, yeah, it was a hotkey. Yeah, so here are my glasses on. How much was it? Shit. 740. 740. Let me just do this. 740. Okay, $740. $740 for 750 viewers. That's a person. No, that's a dildo, bro. Let me just do a stick figure instead. 750 people. So let's do the math, dude. Very simple. Very simple. You go from 1,000 viewers to 1,750. Okay? This means that you also go from $1,750 an hour to potentially, depending on the sponsor here, if it's like usually like if it's a gacha game sponsoring a VTuber because their audience is more valuable, or a game that no one likes like Raid Shadow Legends, usually they'll pay more, right? So let's just 1,750. I'm not gonna do math in my head. I'll embarrass myself live on stream, bro. Okay. Yeah, I could probably do it. Anyway, 3,500 per hour, by the way, per hour. So all this to say that if you have 1,000 viewers and you pay $740 to get 750 viewers, making you have 1,750 viewers, you're only paying $740, right? For 750, almost doubling your view count. However, if during these 30 days, you get just one sponsor, you make your money back. And then some. Sometimes they might pay $1.5 per viewer. It might not be just one or two. They might pay in between. You can negotiate. So you make your money back in 1 hour. 1 hour of a sponsor. And if they tell you like, hey, stream for 3 hours, you'll be making a gazillion more. You'll be making so much more. This is what viewbotting really is for and what it's used for. Okay. This is what fake it till you make it means. Okay. Make more money and hope that as you're streaming during this month with 1,750, more people find you and you grow with real viewers instead. This is why viewbotting is so lucrative. This is why it's been an open secret on Twitch for years. This is why it was such a big problem. This is why it's still being done today. And this is why it'll never stop being done. This goes for all platforms, by the way. So, but on Twitch, they really had like no security whatsoever. It's only recently, remember in 2025 that they made some changes. And it caused some sort of a Twitch adpocalypse because sponsors, I mean, I saw it myself. Sponsors used to always prioritize streams over YouTube views. But last year, YouTube got way more sponsors than usual because a lot of them were reprioritizing their budgets, being like, yo, bro, we're not even reaching real people on Twitch. At least on YouTube, we're reaching real people, even though they skipped the ad. So there was definitely a big shift. Streamers were making less money on sponsors, and they were relying more and more on Twitch ads. All this to say that Dan Clancy is a fucking clown and he should step down. The Twitch CEO is a fucking idiot. I could do a better job. Listen, Twitch, hire me. Twitch, hire me. Dude, listen, I'll literally send you my fucking CV. I don't give a fuck. See what you want to see. Hire me, bro. The CEO of Twitch needs to be fired. I'll do I'll just go in and fire half the people there. I'll literally hire fucking people in my chat. They'll do a better job than what you're doing right now. Fucking hire me. Yo, Jeff, if you're watching this, get off your yacht for a second with your fucking fish-looking wife and fucking hire me. Anyway. I apologize for saying this about Jeff's wife. I'm sure she's a wonderful woman. Anyway, yeah, so overall, Twitch, that's been a problem. It's been a problem. Now, here's the thing. For a long time, what's really funny, like let's just use the example of Tectone. He used to always say that Misgif was viewbotting. And Misgif was always saying that Tectone is viewbotting. Well, recently, Tectone, after his court case, got live on stream and said, yeah, I've been viewbotting. Okay? Yeah. I mean, he was. It was very obvious. He was viewbotting usually 800 to 1,000 people, and he would get like 4,000 viewers. So as you can see, that's $1,000 easily, minimum, extra on the hour. And yeah, of course they both do. Of course they both. All the OTK boys viewbot. All the OTK boys viewbot. Now, I don't know if someone like Asmongold, for example, will viewbot directly. Maybe like someone in this community will, but everyone viewbots. Everyone viewbots. All the top streamers to a certain degree viewbot. Because why wouldn't you? Because why? It's like going to a restaurant, all right, buying a menu for $13, you get a burger, fries, and a drink, and saying no to the drink. Why would you do that? The drink's right there. Everyone's getting one. Why would you say no to it? Right? It just doesn't make sense. It financially, like, okay, ethically, sure, we can argue that this is like immoral, what you're doing, you're scamming sponsors, blah, blah, blah. Who's going to feel sorry for a corporation? Who's going to feel sorry for a corporation? No one. That's how you make the real money anyway. Guys, listen, you want financial advice without being fucking scammed in a $5,000 a month course from a bunch of fucking 18-year-olds? The real way to make money in life is to get it from corporations. They have way too much money. They have way too many budgets. They have people who are working there who hate their lives. Convince them to pay you money and they will, dude. All right? This is why sponsors are so important. Like, what do you mean a random ass Chinese game you've never heard of has tens of millions of dollars in a marketing budget? Where are they getting this money from? I don't know. I don't know. Okay? I don't know. You guys remember this one game? Bro, I don't know where they get their money. I don't know where they get their money. But they literally, I know one content creator who literally bought a house because of like, okay, not the whole thing, but it was enough for a down payment. They were paying out the ass. I don't know where they got the money. AFK Journey. This was like, they did like a huge sponsor run in 2024. Okay. I even got sponsored, but I did a dedicated video for them. That video, like to this day, was my highest paying sponsor of all time. These motherfuckers, straight up, I know a content creator who was able to buy a house because of them. And you wonder, where the fuck are they getting the money from? Who cares? Who cares? They're a corporation. This is how you make money in life. If not as a content creator, listen, make yourself out to be a consultant, a freelancer. Reach out to companies and be like, listen, I have a priceless service that will make your life easier. Pay me 20 grand. All right. You just got to convince them. You just got to convince them. That's it. You just got to convince them, dude. So that's the deal, right? This is why people viewbot. Why wouldn't you? It's free. It's free money. You're paying money to make more money. Why the fuck wouldn't you do that? Now, I don't know about these people, if these viewbotted viewers count in ads. I'm not sure. If they do, then you're making even more money. I mean, at this point, like, why? Like, honestly, listen, ethics aside, you're an idiot if you're not viewbotting. You really are. You're like me. You're an idiot because I don't viewbot. But if you're a top streamer and this is your full-time job, like being a streamer, and you're not viewbotting, then yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of people will argue that you're an idiot. If you put ethics aside, of course. Now, of course, is the idea, but you know, you're scamming people, whatever. I sold my house for AFK Journey, The Duality of Man. Bro, that is not a game worth selling your house over, okay? That is not. I'll show you. You know what? The gacha game I've been playing recently has been Arknights Endfield. You know what? Maybe I'll launch it at the end of the stream and just show you guys my account real quick. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. But anyway, look, all this to say, is the Burnt Peanut actually viewbotting? Is he actually viewbotting? We will never know. We will never know until one day he tells us, like specifically, directly. However, I don't think he's botting the majority of his viewers. Like, to say that he's botting 70% or more is wild. It's ludicrous. It doesn't make sense. You cannot bot 100,000 people. 102,000, bro, you cannot bot that shit. How are so many people? I don't know, but this guy's huge. It's just his moment right now. Every year, someone new blows up. Every couple of years, someone just takes over the internet, right? Last year was Kai Cenat. A few years ago was XQC. It just happens. That's just how it is, okay? But is he botting 10 to 20%, 10 to 30% of his viewers, maybe even 40 if you really want to go crazy? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked. Okay? But you really have to remember, sometimes it's someone else viewbotting for the streamer and they have no idea. Sometimes they ask someone else to do it so they can just pretend like they have nothing to do with it, whatever. But I don't think the majority of his are viewbotted. Now, with that being said, probably a lot of kids watching him too. I'm telling you right now, though, even though that might be the case, his audience really is just a bunch of old guys, okay? 30s, 40s, 50s, hell, maybe even 60s. It's a very interesting demographic. It's the same demographic that still watches Dr. Disrespect, because he still gets viewers. He still gets 17K concurrent viewers, which is a lot for someone who admitted to texting a minor. That's because people don't care. I had an internship at some point at like a very big game developer back when I lived in the US. And I remember the IT guy, the lead IT guy, he sat in a desk in front of me. On his second monitor was Dr. Disrespect. On his main monitor, code. This guy doesn't chat. He was in his 40s. He had white hair. He doesn't chat. He just watched Dr. This was back before he was canceled, obviously. He just watched him. Second monitor content, background noise. That's it. That's it, you know? And that's exactly who he's appealing to. He's appealing to workers, people in their 30s, 40s, 50s. The Burnt Peanut is targeting the same audience that Dr. Disrespect has. It's the same demographic. It's the same demographic other people have, like Nick Merckx or Shroud or whatever. They are targeting older people. They're targeting older people. The younger people, they're watching XQC, they're watching Hassan, they're watching Asmongold, they're watching Kai Cenat. Oh man, it's like all the kids are watching Kai Cenat, right? Not this. Not this. What's up, 21 Decade Stars? Now, this is what I think. I don't know what you guys think. Type 1 if you think the Burnt Peanut's viewbotting most of his viewers. Type 2 if you think that he's not viewbotting most of his viewers. 1, he's viewbotting most of his viewers. 2, he's not viewbotting most of his viewers. Wondering what you guys have to say. Okay. Honestly, I'd say it's 50-50. Yeah, okay. So really? Dude, I said 1 or 2. Someone typed 1.5 and someone typed fucking the cat smiling emoji. You know what? Yeah, let's make I never did a poll on YouTube. Let's make a poll. Is he viewbotting most of his audience? I wonder if he made a poll on his chat, how many people would answer? Yes. No. All right, poll is running. Poll is running in chat. Poll's running in chat. Let's see. Let's drink some little hydration break. What? How long is it going to run for? I didn't have an option for a timer. All right. Okay. Seems like, damn, 1,000 votes. Bro, I know people who get like 4,000 viewers and they have like barely 100 people vote on their polls. It's crazy, bro. Oh, man. I'm so lucky to have you all watching the stream without needing to viewbot. Seriously, I'm very grateful for every single one of you. Okay, so, law of probability, unless the demographic changes a lot, this is not really going to change. So 55, 50, 46. So most people most people agree that he is not viewbotting most of his audience. Some people still do. You know what? That's fair. Your opinion. This is a democracy. Your opinion. But yeah, overall, this was the whole controversy. It's just really interesting to me how it went so viral. And this happens a lot on this website, like people just stating something as if it's a fact, going viral without any proof or anything, and just pretty much, because like, look, if this is real, if this is true, then this person is a genius, saw something most people didn't. If this is false, it's slander. No other way, like there's no other way to talk about that, it's just straight up slander. So, and I really hope they add that they're a parody account soon so that people don't think it's the actual musician, because like, what are we doing here? Okay. Now that we talked about this, I really want to show you this video. As I was researching this just a little bit before the stream started, I came across this video. Now, I don't know who Kavos is, right? I just came across the channel, right? He talks about this. He makes drama content, like he uploads every day, right? Whatever. He made one about the Burnt Peanut. Here's the thing, dude. At some point in the video, he forgot to cut out a moment. I literally was on the floor. I don't know if you guys are going to find it funny too, but I just thought it was so funny. I needed to share it with you guys. Like, look at this.
With Fortnite. Let's have a look at Ninja stats. I guarantee the chart looks similar. I haven't checked this out.
Look at this.
Give me a all-time.
It just, this is actually in the, this is not a stream, it's a video. The way he looks at the camera is like,
I get like an all-time.
he forgot to cut this out.
OBS recording. Like exactly.
OBS recording. Dude, this is like in a 9-minute video. This literally takes up like what, 40 seconds? Oh my god, bro. Hey, anything for that runtime, right? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It was over 8 seconds already, but that was, I saw this. I was like, dude, I am laughing my ass off, dude. Hey, I make editing mistakes too. Just the deafening silence is what's so funny to me. Listen, in my 6-hour Cinder video, I made, there were like, I'd say maybe 6 or 8, 6 or 8, 6 or 8 different mistakes of me just repeating the same thing. Close one, it doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't. There were a few. Okay, fine. There were 6 or 7 different instances in my video where I repeated the same thing twice. And I mean, yeah, it's a 6-hour video. I divided the thing into multiple sections. I didn't watch the whole thing when I finished editing. Oh hell no! I wasn't gonna watch 6 hours of this shit after editing it for so long. Hell yeah! Just joined watching this while in a Zoom class. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Oh man, the pandemic was fun times, bro. Fun times. I used to do that shit too. So yeah, that's listen, bro. That's the drama wrapped up, man. There's nothing else to say. You know, there's no real guarantee to know whether he's Viewbotting or not unless he says so directly. But what I will say is this: right now it's the Burnt Peanut. Yeah, he's, you know, he has things that are unlikable about him, but other times it'll be someone else, right? As I said, people come and go. Last year was Kai Cenat. This year it's the Burnt Peanut. The year before that, whatever, right? So people come and go. Whenever you make it to the top, you will always be hated for no reason. Unless it's not popular. Like this person was able to make this tweet and face no consequences and get this many likes because people like there is a good amount of people that dislike the Burnt Peanut. They see him as an industry plant. They find him annoying, disrespectful, etc., etc. They were allowed to do this. If this same person called Queso a viewbotter, they'd get brigaded. They'd probably private their account after deleting the tweet because it's an unpopular opinion, right? Because Queso is just that likable. Not to say that he doesn't have haters, but he's just that likable. Most people are not Queso, though. Most people are just not that. So most of the time, this is totally possible to do. You can call out someone if they're at the top, and whoever's jealous or hates him or has a problem or has a bone to pick with him will give you attention. Yeah, pretty much. Mujin, I haven't been diagnosed with ADHD. Also, Mujin, all the tabs. Listen, bro, it's how I organize information, bro. It would be so funny, though, if I like just straight up bought this right now and sent it to like my friend's channel. It would be so funny. I'd get banned, obviously. And maybe he'd get banned too. I just love the idea of doing it and just seeing the view count go up and see his confusion being like, what the fuck? What's going on? But yeah, that's the whole thing. So we've been live for 1 hour, 40 minutes. We're not gonna take that much longer. Just keep in mind, stacked.com/@Mujin. Prices start at $1. There's a 53-minute video right now that's there, me yapping, and there's also a like 10-minute, 12-minute video, final thoughts about Elf and Psyop. Every month, I'm uploading one short video, one long video, bunch of different illustrations, 4 illustrations per month. So that includes 2 comics and 2 full illustrations. This one is a little bonus from the comic I showed you previously, the little Valentine's Day card. Dude, someone in the comments, there's a new term that I'm going to use from now on, bro. Someone in the comments here, what did they say? My monthly bill in parentheses, girl thing just came yesterday. Monthly bill. I'm going to start referring to periods that way, bro. Monthly bill. That's crazy. That's so funny. One last thing I'll say before we get into the donations. And then after donations, I'll launch Arknights Endfield just a little bit to show you guys what I've been doing, because I've been addicted to the game. One last thing I'll say, guys, it doesn't matter if you're going for a gold medal. It doesn't matter if your entire country's on the line, their reputation and everything. Please don't inject anything into your penis. Please. Don't be like these Olympians injecting shit into their penis so that they can jump further.
The alleged practices have taken place, though athletes have been
Please. Listen, I know it's crazy how some like the aerodynamics of an enlarged member can actually like give you a few more centimeters like in the air. Yeah, don't do that, please. Don't inject anything into your penis. Don't inject anything actually into any of your body parts, really. All right. Unless it's a fetish, but then it's on you. No. Listen, bro. They say no kink shaming. How about we shame people who hurt themselves? How about that? All right. Fernix, Senor, Bold Oddball. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Chilling with Ali with the 5. Did you see Tectone talking about you, saying y'all live together and you went to his wedding? Yes, he was. It was a dumbass joke. Yes, like yeah, because all I have to say about the Tectone situation is on my profile. Okay, there's no need to really mention it again. It's in this long ass fucking tweet right here. It's in this long ass tweet. Okay, I've known about him being a weirdo behind closed doors since end of 2024. The victim confided in me, told me to specifically not talk about it. And so I didn't, right? And only was able to talk about it when the lawsuit ended. Of course, people on Twitter, because of course the website's full of very bright individuals, some of them would go as far as calling me a rape apologist because I didn't speak about anything earlier, even though the victim had asked me to. Anyway, whole thing was a complete mess. It was really fucking stupid. But yeah, overall, Tectone now, 10-year protective order. He can't use firearms. And he can't utter her name, otherwise he faces jail time. So, yeah, that's pretty much what happened, right? I've known about this since end of 2024. I mean, I guess I could talk about it a little bit. So yeah, Tectone used to be the biggest streamer in Gacha, would get thousands of views on his stream. He was pretty much at the head of the community. Like usually the Gacha community prior to 2024 was split into two. I don't know if you guys saw my video about this shit. This right here. This video, right? This video talks about it. 2 hours and a half. Fucking hell. Second longest video on my channel. After this event, like the Gacha community was really split into two. Tectone and Atsu. After this, Atsu was pretty much eliminated. Tectone took over Gacha. Pretty much. He became the head. And so at that point, he was extremely powerful. If someone just as much disagreed with him, he would react to it on stream. We could literally be talking about game mechanics here. He would watch it on stream and he would just pretty much end their careers. He had the power to end someone's career, someone up and coming. He had the power to do that. He would just send his community after them. It's over. So after this, all the power was kind of centralized towards him. So you couldn't really speak out against him. You couldn't really even disagree with him. Okay. So it was around this time that his ex, Pigchu, at the time they were still together, kind of, in a way. She would start to like reach out to other gacha content creators, specifically women who would maybe relate to her a bit, understand her about this. And they wouldn't take her seriously. They wouldn't listen to her. Like one of them straight up laughed at her face. The other one said, I am going to choose to believe Tectone over you. Period. Okay. There was like kind of like a cult mentality going on around him, right? Because everyone believed that if they just followed him and gave him what he wanted, they would grow. Because that's everyone's goal at the end of the day, to grow as a content creator, do this full time. So at a certain point, like, look, we were all in a server with gacha creators that was created by Tectone. This was probably like the most fun time I had being a gacha content creator when I was that, because for the first time, everyone was communicating, collabing, doing stuff. It wasn't split like it used to be. But it was also on this server. Due to this server, like we weren't friends on Discord. We had barely talked. I was just in a couple of voice chats with her, like with other people. But that would be like around the time that Picture would reach out to me. She barely knew me. We weren't friends. We had barely talked, but she chose to confide in me, even though there was like a huge risk. What if I was like actually like, a close friend of Tectone's? She would confide in me everything. It was a lot to take in, bro. Holy shit. Like, because obviously, like, you want to believe that someone's nice. You don't want to believe that they're crazy. So it was a lot to take in. And what ended up happening was I actually listened to her, right? Unlike some of the other people she reached out to, I actually listened to her. I actually saw what she had to say. I didn't believe her initially because it was a lot to take in. But eventually, as I saw like certain things, like for example, this is in the court transcript. It's like 300 pages. I'm not going to make a video on this shit. I cannot be bothered. But one thing like he'd do to her, he would do stuff to her without her consent, right? And when she would protest, he would pull up a fucking whiteboard and he would draw on there, like I do with paint, right? He would literally draw on there why she's wrong and why it was actually consensual. Now, to the average person, this sounds insane. This sounds ridiculous. But at some point he had done that. He would do that on his stream on Notepad with other streamers when they disagreed with him. He would bring them on. He would type out everything they're saying on Notepad. And then he would like start drawing up strawman arguments and stuff against them. And like eventually he'd always end up making them look stupid because he would pretty much be using this strategy. And his chat always, of course, backed him up. So this is how he would pretty much end your career if you disagreed with him and stuff. And so this is why, for me, like I started seeing these patterns and I was like, wait, this would be crazy for the average person. But with him, I don't think so. I really, it's not that crazy to me. So that's when, I became a source of support for her. If she needed anything, I was there. She needed advice, I was there, stuff like that. And things would start getting heated like in 2025, right? Like Tectone would make tweets like, oh, I'm going to sue her. I'm sending my lawyers after her. I'm going to prove my innocence. He would really hype this up. And so the lawsuit would, and of course, like throughout this whole thing, I wouldn't cut contact with him. I was specifically told, don't tell a single soul, don't tell a single person. And obviously like, don't immediately cut contact with him, right? Because the guy's extremely paranoid. He would multiple times say on stream he's schizophrenic. He hears voices and shit. So you don't want to mess with that. Now, of course, some people on Twitter what they used against me was this shit right here. Like this tweet went viral somewhat. And even Hassan commented on this shit because this guy hates me for some reason. Hassan hates me because of the fucking dog video I made about him. But yeah, so they said it's bullshit that I knew since 2024 and that I was like, with the victim and stuff because I had replied to a post of him very recently on November. And this was very disingenuous because they made it seem like I was just replying to a random post of his when he was replying to my post about Miskiff, right? And during this time, he was actually DMing me saying, oh man, I just saw your video about Miskiff. I can't wait for you to make a video about me and how I beat that OnlyFans bitch in court. So then he replied to my post. I was like, okay, well shit, like I don't want to make him suspicious. I usually always used to reply to him when he replied on my posts. And these people were acting like the victim was not aware of this. Like as if she was left in the dark, right? She was aware. And some people were asking like, obviously it's not worth explaining on Twitter because people on Twitter are really stupid, but like, it's not that they're stupid. It's that they on purpose will make themselves dumber so that they can still hate on you, even when you like argue with logic. So some people were like, well, okay, why are we so scared that he's going to find out? Like, you're not that big of a deal, Mujin. It's like, bro, listen, you guys don't understand how this fucking works. This is a protective order. She has to prove that her life is in danger. Okay, that's the whole point of a protective order. If Tectone feels like I'm suspicious, tells his lawyer, while questioning Pingshu, it's like the whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard shit. Like, attorneys are questioning each person. While they're questioning her, they can sneak in a crazy ass question. What is your relationship to Mujin? Boom. She'd get fucking sucker punched. Because as far as she's aware, she trusts me. I didn't tell a single person. Now she's thinking, wait, did he tell Tectone? What did he tell him? How much did he tell him? Am I fucked? Am I screwed? She starts to panic. His lawyer would have tried to prove that she's telling me as well as other people, and I have an audience, about him to slander him. In other words, to ruin his career. In other words, she's doing this protective order to slander him, not because she's actually concerned about her life. Like this is how real life works. But these people, of course, they have no idea. So yeah, anyway, this was what the whole controversy was about. This was why people were calling me a rape apologist and shit. It is what it is. I still called out this idiot. I'm not even joking you, bro. After I had made this quote tweet, this person would reply within under 60 seconds on my post. In under 60 seconds. But eventually, my amazing audience would argue with this dumbass, would fucking wipe the floor with him, and would show him something, right? It's this tweet right here. Look. He would end up, listen, he sent so much heat my way. As soon as he got a bit of heat, he flipped immediately. Immediately. Someone would say, done nothing of substance, yet he is being called a hero by her. Yeah, bro, take your meds. So this is actually, Pink Chew saying this, right? He would quote tweet this and say, guys, you can stop hating on Mujin now. Pink Chew is cool with him. He is my favorite content creator. I love all his videos. Peace. To which I saw this, I laughed my ass off. And I was like, okay, how do I reply to this? There were many different combinations in my head as how to reply. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to say good boy, like just good boy, right? Like, good boy. Hey, glad you could finally see some reason, buddy. Good boy. Good. So is it bro tamed the ante? Me next, Mujin. I'll be platonic, please. I love you guys. But yeah. So overall, that's what happened. This is what happened like beginning of February after the lawsuit on Twitter, right? Of course, what happens on Twitter stays on Twitter. But I thought I'd mention it. And yeah, I did make a long post about all this. So if you're interested, definitely check my profile. But otherwise, I'm not going to make a dedicated stream to it. I'm not going to make a video about it. Not interested. I'm just not interested. Okay, I've kept this hidden for over a year. I'm just glad this is finally over now, and I don't have to fucking pretend about anything or whatever. Not that I interacted with the gacha community at all. I barely interacted with it in 2025, but yeah, I did still see him on my feed and stuff. And yeah, it's just. But hey, obviously you got to respect the victim's wishes. So many dumbasses on Twitter, dude. There was one guy. I swear to God, bro. Just look at what you have to deal with on this website. Look at this. So in this long ass post, I explained everything. Like I even explained why I didn't talk until now. Like it's a long ass post. Look at this guy. Stopped after the first paragraph because I knew about everything is absolutely enough to learn about your character. Bro, this fucking imbecile. Bro. He just read this and stopped. When later on I explained, like people were literally posting this in the fucking comments. They're like, bro, at least read this portion. Like it's insane, bro. It's insane. Dude, here's the deal. I was expecting to get shit from Tectone's fans. I was expecting them to call me a simp, a cuck, etc. So I was expecting that. But what I wasn't expecting, and that was a mistake on my part, what I wasn't expecting is people who hate Tectone also attacking me. And these were the most vile people, by the way. I'm going to say this, Tectone's community was not vile at all. They just disagreed with me. The people who hated him were worse than him in his community. And were calling me things like rip apologist. And yeah, what's really crazy. Here's the thing. But I wasn't obligated to make this post. I really want to make this clear. I wasn't obligated to make this post. No one asked me to, and I could have just done what every other content creator who used to be in gacha or who still is in gacha do, which is do nothing. They did nothing. They didn't get any controversy over this, even though they might have collabed with Tectone before. I felt I needed to do this because I saw a lot of misinfo about the case. Okay? Tectone was spreading the narrative that, oh, actually, it's very easy for women to get protective orders when it's not. I saw many people spread false narratives. A lot of like, oh, she's doing this for clout or for money. She has more followers than him. She makes more money than him, right? I emphasize this. So I wanted to make this post to not only just say that, hey, I've known about this, but also to clear up misinfo. This is why I did it. Because I wanted to be there for the victim like one final time. I got so much shit for this from both sides that I got DMs from big and medium and small content creators, whatever, all alike, expressing how shocked they were that I got this much shit over this post. And because of that, none of them spoke about this. None of them dared to make a post. None of them dared to talk about this on stream. Like these people don't realize the damage they've caused. Because now the only voices that really talked about this was me, a smaller content creator by the name of EO, and that's it. That's it. No one else tweeted about this. No one else tweeted on her side. No one. It was just people tweeting on his side and him tweeting. That's it. That's it. So yeah, these people caused a lot of damage. It does suck, but it is what it is. What matters is that she won. She actually feels safe, and an appeal's not going to happen. It takes 2 to 3 years minimum, and if it's a 10-year order, it's just not going to happen. They usually give out 2 years. 10 years is crazy. So yeah, that's what's been happening. This is why someone donated about Tectone. I know it's a big fucking tangent, but but yeah, just thought I'd address this so that I'm not asked about it again. This whole post really says everything there is to say. Yes, Tectone went on his stream and said, I like Muujin. I know he's trying to cover his ass. I'm not going to go after someone for covering their ass. I would have done the same exact thing. I would have done worse. And then he would joke around saying, yes, Muujin was there for my wedding. I lived with him, stuff like that. He was joking, obviously, because people were calling me out saying that I'm still friends with Tectone, which is why I replied to a single post of his a couple months ago. Yeah, it is what it is, dude. It is what it is. I would have really liked for him to not be a bad person. I really would have liked that. It would have been the easier thing to do, right? Like many other people who Pink told about this, they just chose to think, she's crazy. I would have really liked the fact that, I would have really liked this not being real or true or anything, obviously. You don't want people to be bad people on purpose, but it is what it is. The court decided. That's the rule of law. It is what it is. What are you going to do about it? I haven't interacted with him in like over a year. So yeah, it is. You can't really predict what people are going to do, man. And plus, I've never even been in a call with him one-on-one. I wouldn't really say we were friends, but we were definitely acquaintances, and I didn't have any problems with him until I was told about what he was doing behind closed doors, obviously. Did you see what Atsu said? Yeah, I did. It was very vague, but I don't know. He said something about, yeah, I'm doing well. It's a dog eat dog world out there. Something. I'm doing okay. I'm completely out of the loop with online these days. Many reached out recently to check in, and I just want to say thanks and give an update. Life has been really good to me, and I'm taking care of myself. That's cool. You know what? That's cool, dude. I don't want anything bad for anyone, bro. That's cool. It is what it is. Atsu was probably the only person who had enough power to stand up to Tectone back in 2024. And unfortunately, yeah, he did fumble it. It doesn't mean he should be wiped off the face of the earth, but yeah, it was a fumble. That's just, but the thing is, like, also, it wasn't just a fumble. This is objective. I'm not even glazing. Tectone is the champion of the public court of opinion. You can't win against him. Well, now, he lost the court case. Now you actually can. If he calls you out, you can just quote tweet and say, call him whatever he's being called right now on Twitter, like Rape Tone or fucking, what else? Some other names, sure. But back then, you just couldn't win. It was impossible. I'm telling you this as someone who covers drama. You could not win against him. Period. It was impossible. You couldn't. You could bring everyone against him. He would not fucking budge. He would not lose. It was just not possible. The guy was way too good of a speaker. He was way too charismatic. And he just always found a way to scrim out of a hole. Anytime he found himself in trouble, he found a way to squeeze out of it and fuck you over. That's just how he was. And he was also petty. If you lost against him, he would mention you every single stream. That's what he was doing to Pink Chew, by the way, because she was making like some subtweets about him. He would mention her every single fucking stream, which is why she ended up doing the protective order. Now he can't speak about her anymore. You just couldn't. Fucking hell, bro. Moist Critical could have made a video about him back in 2024. He would not have won. Okay? And by win, I mean Tectone would have not lost his audience. He would have only gained people. It was just that crazy. So that's why, I saw some people like call out other gacha creators for not calling him out or anything for his behavior, other than like what happened behind closed doors, just him being a jackass on stream. What do you want them to do, bro? End their careers right then and there? Like, it wasn't that simple. It was a very complicated dynamic. Yeah. Crazy what happens with gacha fucking content creators, bro. Dude, he made one of his friends who would have literally died for him. She was so obsessed with him. He made her cry on stream by gaslighting her with a notepad because they disagreed over whether a game was good or not. It wasn't about politics. It wasn't about world events. It was over a video game. Like, and he still retained his audience after that, you know? So yeah, he was invincible, dude. Now it's different. He's sticking to his own, you know, corner. He found a new group of friends. He admitted in court that he right-wing grifted to preserve his audience. He literally admitted that in court. It is what it is. It is what it is. This feels like the modern fallout of the Smash Bros. / Minecraft content creator community. Well, yeah, this is a fallout because Tectone filled a huge hole in the gacha space. When he stopped making content due to the protective order, he only recently came back, but he doesn't cover gacha anymore. Gacha has a huge void. It's trying to be filled by other people, but no one is as good of a speaker as him. That void will never be filled. But hopefully it gets filled with positivity instead. Who knows? But yeah. MTash got canceled for calling him out. Yes. This is, you know, I don't know if most people watching right now know this. But yeah, MTash was one of the only people who tried to stand up to him, and it cost him his career. Straight up. It cost him his career. He stood up to him after he made Cry like another content creator. And I don't know when exactly it happened, but ever since he did that, even though MTash is a big content creator by his own right, Tectone controlled so many of viewers of the gacha community that he ended up his career never really recovered after that. His career was his viewers were kind of going down anyway, right? That's just the nature of gacha. But after that, he never really truly was able to recover. Now, of course, everyone's seeing it like, oh, you were right and stuff, but it's too late. He was right, but he confronted Tectone at the wrong time. You need patience in situations like this. You need patience. But that's an example. That's just an example of many of the bodies that were left of people who defied Tectone at the time. He was only relevant in the English community. Yeah, but the English community was like, that's where you get stuff on YouTube. You know, you don't go to Bilibili for English content, obviously, or Asia or whatever. But anyone English speaking had to somewhat deal with his existence. Period. I think Zax is filling that void pretty well. Zax has always been around. He's always been like for people who don't like drama, and he makes great content. Can he fill that void entirely? Who knows, bro? It's like a power vacuum. Right now, there are certain people, I'm not going to name them, trying to take their place doing the same exact kind of content. It's backfiring on them. No one can really beat Tectone. So, yeah. So thought I mentioned that. That's what happened on Twitter. But hey, we converted an auntie. We converted someone. I was laughing my ass off, bro. I was laughing my fucking ass off when this fucking happened. And the people's reactions to the good boy tweet, it was so fucking funny. Like, platonically, breathes platonically, whimpers and blushes platonically. You guys are so funny. But yeah, anyway, I was going through donations. Let's get back to that. Rain Blackwell, thanks so much for the membership. Don't platonically call me, I'm going to bed. Okay, Jonathan, good night. Illustrious, thanks so much for the membership. Protag Astra, congrats on 700k Mugen. What are we getting as a reward? Catboy Mugen, perhaps? Bro, in your fucking dreams. You're getting a nationality reveal at 1 million subs. That's the only thing I can promise. What do you mean Catboy Mugen? Thank you. Jam John, thank you so much for the membership. Fernix with the 10. You know what's crazy? I was literally reading the post on Twitter and then the notification for the vid literally popped up. Yeah, I read this. Hell yeah. Mad Mark with the 5. Oh, that thing. I heard that from one of my coworkers today. Oh yeah, about the whole penis gate. Yeah. Meteor Princess, thanks so much for the 1 month. Gayest Bacon, great name. Maybe I shouldn't watch your streams before bed. Yeah. What time is it? 5:30 a.m. That's crazy, bro. Kasuo Mercury, thanks so much for the memberships. Mercury, thanks for the 9 months. Fernix, you can use a projector on any wall, pretty versatile. All right, I forgot your French. King Luja, thanks so much for gifting a sub. Icy Pancakes, what if I say it to you? I don't know what that was in reference for, but it was probably something super sus, bro. You can try, dude. You can try. R Brick with the 500 yen. Mugen, ain't no way you asking why someone is going back in time. Have you watched your videos? I love them. I know. I did think of that. But I don't have to go back to the invention of the wheel to talk about jealousy. No, that's too recent. I'd go back to like, you know, Adam and Eve. Shadow Leon, thanks so much for the 5 gifted. Much appreciated. The Chatterbox with the 5. Bro screaming not guilty like he's hiding a zombie bite. Dude, I'm not guilty, bro. I don't view bot, bro. I promise you, bro. Phoenix, I fell asleep. What happened? Your voice so platonic. Vermi Scrubs, in quotations, it's a loser topic and people want to say whatever they want and I'm actually famous. End quote. Rock solid defense, Peanuts. The judge will now platonically kiss you. Shut the fuck up. True. King Lugia, Peanut's platonic viewbotting antics is getting him platonically cooked, burnt, even toasted. So real. Fernix again with the 5. Hey Mugen, question. Usually any streamers chat have some kind of wild hive mind identity to it. What do you think Peanut's chatters are like if they're dead? Hive mind mentality? I think, I mean, you can kind of smell the old. You can kind of smell like how old they are, you know? You can definitely smell that. It feels like more of an audience that watches like the NFL, the NBA. No, not the NBA, the NFL. That's how it feels like. And I feel like they'd behave the same way, and like if they were watching an NFL live stream. That's the best way I can describe it. Have you heard the song "Go East" by Raider Randy by Will Is Me? $5. No, I haven't. Do you recommend it? Recently, I've been obsessed with a song. I can't play it, otherwise I'll get copyrighted to like smithereens. It's called it's called Destiny by Ellie Goulding. Highly recommended. It's actually the ending for an anime I'm watching right now called Cleavatess. Amazing. If you like dark fantasy, Cleavatess is really nice. It came out last year, and it's actually the ending. I had no idea who Ellie Goulding was, but apparently like some people were like, "Oh my god, no way, she's actually in a fucking anime ending." Apparently it's a big deal. I googled her. She's a big deal apparently. She has like 10 platinum records or whatever. Yeah. So love that song. Been listening to that on repeat. But I'll check your song out. Hi Mugen, am I late to the stream? Dylan Carter. That was a while ago. Yeah, you kind of were, but you can always rewatch the VOD. It's tolerable with a 5. The peanut is a good nut. Yeah, I mean, sure. You know, if that's what you think, sure. I don't have any strong opinions about him, to be honest. I never really watched a full stream of his, but you know, he attracts an audience for a reason. So yeah, I'm sure he's entertaining. Red Death Spider with the 8 Australian Monopoly dollars. Mugen is platonic, the best drama covering Mantuber for real. Covering the news, but for unemployed drama, LMAO. True. I'm not even going to argue with that. True. Crazy Weird Girl with the 2. The viewbotting stuff feels scummy and pointless. Hey, it's all about the money. Dylan Carter again. Hashtag Balgin with glasses. You know what? In the meantime, let me launch Arknights. R Brick. Also, I sold my house for AFK Journey. The duality of man. Yeah, we saw this already. Wait, let me make sure that the audio isn't so loud, because it's going to be pretty loud as the game's launching. 21 Decade Stars with a 2. Hi Mugen. Hi 21 Decade Stars. R Brick with a 500 yen again. You are banished to the second monitor. The factory must grow. Hell yeah. Protect guys. Oh my god, yeah, that's loud. Okay, I decreased the volume on OBS. Let me know if it's loud or not. I can't see the chat right now. One sec. Protagaster, that's me, haha. Hell yeah. Thank you for the 2. Curry, thank you so much for the 1 gifted sub. We're almost done, guys. Crazy World Girl again with a 2. What about using powder products on the penis? I don't know. I don't know how you can enlarge that for the Olympics, bro. I don't know. I don't know if it's more effective than like than that. Yamadi with a 2. Is there a passport for diagnosed autistic people? No, there isn't. No, there isn't. There is no passport for autistic people. No, but we can create a country together if you want. Will Is Me with a 2. On the flip side, Turkish Thomas. That's a song, right? I'll check it out. Clementine Blue with the 10 Canadian Monopoly dollars. Was watching your vids while drawing furry art with my boyfriend on my bed. In parentheses, gay. And then he went home and asked for your channel. So you got +1 viewer due to gay furries today. That's, wow. That's incredible, bro. That's, thank you. Listen, I probably, yeah, most likely have a big furry audience. I wouldn't be surprised. Thank you. Much appreciated. Hope you guys have a fun gay time in bed. when you watch me next time. Crossfaded Serpent with a 5. Mind you, police barely take protective orders seriously. They barely mean crap. Yes. Well, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing, especially when you have a good lawyer and the police is on it. So it's more like it's really hard to get it to begin with. Like only 500 were given in their county, Travis County in Texas. So it just shows you how little they give them. Oh, Mugen, speaking of gacha games, will you ever play Genshin again? Crazy World go with a 5. I don't know. I saw like a clip on my feed today of Mondstadt, and I was like, man, I missed this game. I don't know, dude. I didn't do Natlin. I know that people are loving the new region. I don't know. I really don't know. It's definitely a big commitment. Maybe one day. I don't know. I still do love the game, and I'm not. I always say this. I'm not ashamed of my roots starting out as a Genshin content creator. I really. A lot of viewers still watch me. A lot of viewers still watch me after that. So much appreciated for those times, you know. So we'll see. Crossfaded Serpent with a 5. Some Twitter users just like to be angry. Also, a protection order that's actually enforced is impossible. Yeah. It's like a restraining order, but a protective order is like way crazier. Bruins, thank you for the 1 month. Catboy Mugen says, Crossfaded Serpent, Beached Whalification. I love your name. $5. Thanks so much for being one of the good ones. Mugen, love you platonically. Love you too. Platonically, Ashelin, it's 5:32 a.m. I can hear the birds outside. Release me. I wonder what my neighbors hear right now. Peachy with the 10 Australian Monopoly dollars. Yo, Mugen, who's your favorite character in Enfield right now? Mine is Last Ride and Levitain. Same. Exactly. You know what? I will say, though, based on personality, it's Chen. Based on gameplay, it's those two. Having so much fun with that game. Love you, Mugen. Stay hydrated. Thank you so much. Glad you're enjoying the game. I wanted to get sponsored by them, bro, but they can't afford me. I'm kidding, but not really. Flintstone. May dress Mugen when? Please, I need this. Dude, we'll see. I'll think about it after 1 mil subs. Moss Sprite. Hey, what's up? Thanks so much for the membership, Minte. Eclipse Starlight with the 8 months. You're still haunting my school curriculum. One of my classmates' friends told me her teacher attached one of your videos. Seriously? I see Pancakes. Thanks so much for the 2. It was about chat, not to bully other creators. Oh, I see. Oh, you want to bully me? Depends how, dude. There's playful bullying and there's crazy bullying. Dude, Eclipse Starlight, that's crazy. Guys, if you don't know Eclipse Starlight, he's someone who is in university and their teacher used one of my videos in the curriculum in college. The SAG-AFTRA one. So fucking funny. They had to do a straight up multiple choice question test on my video. They had to watch my video, my 1 hour and a half video. The glasses are hot. I'm platonically ovulating. Oh my god, dude. I'm glad you added the smiley face at the end. Have you seen that official ad with Endfield? I heard about it. Didn't see it though. All right, this is why I have a good PC, bro. This is why I have a good PC to stream this shit with my model without lagging. So real. All right, where was I? I don't know. I just unlocked this region yesterday. I'm taking my time, okay? I'm not level 50 yet. I unlocked Origin Load Spring. I'm about to go into the next area. Still working my way through this. Got the whole power lines, bro. Got the whole power lines. I love adding power in this game. Such a cool little like feature. Giving these peasants some power. This is my main factory. When I get a bit more end game, when I unlock a bit more materials, like steel, I'll okay, listen, the sanity, it wasn't 960. I did this recently because, listen, I have a reason. You guys don't know, these expire. These expire. Emergency sanity boosters expire. I had like 12 of them expiring tomorrow. So this is better. Trust me. Listen, trust me. Trust me. Anyway, this is my factory. Steel is endgame material. It's one of. I'm not sure if it's like fully. I'm not sure. This is my factory. I fully expanded it. I'm gonna get to it, okay? Casino Core with a 5. Hey man, been watching after I got off work. Hope you're doing well. Much platonic love. Much platonic love. Hope you had a great week, day of work. Right now, I'm making. You have sanity tickets? Yeah, I know. I used them today. I know. What is this game? It's called Arknights Endfield. So this is what's going on right now. Prioritizing blue batteries. Also making some stuff here. Use the sanity essence from the past. You can store it. Sanity essence? Yeah, emergency sanity booster I'm using. What about the sanity essence though? I can store it? Sanity extractor? What the fuck? Yo, that's crazy. I had no idea, dude. Honestly, been playing this game for like a week now or something. Where do I find this shit? Sanity extractor. Sanity extractor. That's huge, bro. Next to emergency. Oh. Use. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. 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 Incredible. All right, let's use some sanity though. Let's use some sanity. By the way, let me know if you guys can hear. I don't know. Is it too loud? Is it good? Let me know. Let me show you guys my little bit. Oh. Okay. Let me show you one thing though. Let me show you my build,
Looking
bro.
for me? You finally remember something?
Okay, here's what happened. I got slightly quiet. It's good. Okay. Here's let me detail you what happened, okay? So on the beginner banner, I got lucky.
I hate fools.
I got last right. Okay?
And I hope that our battle
I was like, okay, cool. Listen, I got last right. She's like the best standard character. There's no need to fucking pull for Levitain. I'll just pull for Yvonne and maybe like have them work together, okay? So I pulled for her weapon. Now listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you guys are into gacha games, do not play this game. I'm not sponsored. Don't play this game. It is the worst gacha system I've seen in my fucking life. Genuinely. It is the most predatory piece of shit I've ever fucking seen in my life, bro. But I got a weapon. Okay. I'm not sponsored. They didn't sponsor me because they can't afford me. Fuck them, bro. It is the most predatory piece of shit I've ever seen. So, thing is, I played her. She's really good. Does a lot of damage. Vision didn't play FGO, dude. That was like the game that introduced pity. Okay, this is like the. Let's not go back that fucking to the prehistoric ages. Turkish Thomas equals Turkey Tom. Pink wasn't lying. Tom's X was good. Examples of both sides. Play. Yeah. Play Nikkei or Peak Dust 2, bro. These are some gooner ass games you're recommending me. Okay, I know Brown Dust 2, bro. Dude, if I show you the characters in Brown Dust 2, I'll get banned on YouTube. But yeah, I saw what happened to Turkey Tom. I thought about going live talking about it, but honestly, bro, he disproved the women like in like the first 60 seconds. You know, it's like whatever. Just go watch it yourself. You don't need me to explain. So yeah, I got her weapon. I didn't like her gameplay. It was a bit too slow. Maybe some other people will come out to make her a bit more dynamic. I kept coping that I don't need Levitain. I ended up pulling for her. Got her on the last guarantee, like 120 pulls. And then I pulled for her weapon. I love this weapon. I love this weapon. Let me show you. So I got this in how many pulls? Can you see history? Issue records. I'm seeing a pattern. I think it was like in 40 pulls or something. Okay, guys, listen. This is why the fucking pity system in this game sucks ass. Let me explain. Let's go to a fresh banner like this. Okay. This is the weapon you want, all right? This is the weapon you want. Let's see details real quick. Let me explain to you. 4% to get a 6-star. 4% to get a 6-star. If you do get a 6-star, the weapon you want, you only have a 25% chance of getting it. 25% chance. You understand me? Now, what you can do is, okay, 40 pulls, that's a lot. That's a lot, by the way. You get one 6-star weapon. Again, 25%. You don't pull 40 more times, you get another 6-star weapon. But it's, again, not guaranteed. Okay? All right? If you still don't get it after 80 pulls, then don't worry. Pull 100 more times and you can guarantee the weapon. 180 arsenal pulls, bro. You know how much fucking money that is? To buy 2,000, which is 10 pulls. It's like fucking 15 euros, bro. It's fucking insane. Now, to be fair, I did have 10 pulls where I got like 3 weapons. Sure, that happens. But it is the gacha. One thing I will say, though, it's cool that you can buy some 6 stars. Okay, like this refreshes every week, like the Fortnite item shop. This refreshes every day. That's cool. But yeah, no, I can't recommend this game because of the gacha system. I just can't. It's fun if you're not going to spend. If you get into this without wanting to spend money, sure, you'll probably like it. But this is crazy. It's insane, bro. You're not supposed to get Arsenal tickets. The thing is, you get them by pulling, right? You get them by pulling. You mostly get them by pulling. You don't buy them. Yes, that's true. But let's be real here. The game isn't like the most generous either when it comes to pulls. Fucking 5,000 currency for a 10 pull, bro. 5,000? 5,000, bro? Like, this is barely 20 pulls right here. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Mugen played Love and Deep Space. Already did a while ago with Box 2. We might do it again, though. We might do it again. So we're more generous than other gacha? I mean, it depends, dude. If you're comparing it to FGO, of course it is. Everything's more generous than FGO. But I don't know. It's definitely interesting. Maybe the way they frame it makes it seem worse than it actually is, because at the end of the day, like in Genshin, you need like 160 pulls to guarantee your weapon of choice. Still though,
I hate fools who
Still,
like
though,
to micromanage.
I do like the fact that you don't need like 180 pulls to guarantee the character you want. Like, let's say like worst case scenario, you need 120. That's cool. That's cool. There are positives to it. I also like the fact that you can get characters that haven't even released yet. If you lose the 50-50, you know, you can get Yvonne and Gilberta, or Gilberta, I don't know how to spell her name. If you lose, these aren't even out yet. That's cool. But no, the weapon banners are crazy, bro. It's insane. It's fucking wild. Yeah, this is my factory. 2-week banners, yeah, it's definitely very fast. That's the problem. I think generosity-wise, long-term, maybe it's not that bad. But the banners being so short, yeah. So yeah, that's my factory. Gonna make it bigger, more crazy, like insane output once I get more endgame materials. I don't see the need to do this right now. I don't know how much. Oh yeah, I'm making batteries fairly quickly. One of my favorite mini games is the stock redistribution. It's so cool. The elastic goods. I love buying shit that's crashing and selling it for a gazillion fucking credits in some other person's fucking, like, look at this, 300% profit. I love this shit. Look, if you're like an OG gacha player, this game's generous. If you're someone who started with Genshin like me, I'm never gonna deny it. Like, I'm not a gacha OG. It definitely makes me question some things, right? By the way, add me, guys. Add me so that I can go to your world and sell you expensive shit. Here's my UID. 60957050076. It's like I'm giving out my social security number. I'm on America's EU, so if you're Asia, you can't add me. But yeah, add me. All right, let me show you my rotation, bro. On this right here. Let's Gamba. Look at this. Already sniped the UID when you logged in. Nice. Yeah, I've been adding randoms. Okay, so this right here, look at this. So I have like 2 gun towers, and this is like some other player's beam tower that I keep repairing. Let's do this. Let me show you my crazy rotation. And let's get this and try to gamble it on a weapon. Let's go. Alright. I love the combat. I didn't really like it that much with Last Rite, but with Levitain, bro, she's exactly the kind of playstyle I like. She's exactly the kind of oh my god, bro. Oh my god, I'm like those Olympic players in the Winter Olympics every time I play her, bro. Fucking, putting acid in. She's so fun. So far, the characters are really cool, too. My favorite is Chen. I also love Wolfguard. I haven't met Levitain in the story yet. Her ult is so cool, bro. Her ult is so cool. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, last guy, last guy, last guy. Come on, show up already. Come on. Dude, he's taking the sweet time. Oh my god. Are you sure this isn't an ad? No. I told you, if you, the gacha system in this game sucks ass. I wanted them to sponsor me though, because I was gonna play this game on stream anyway. All right, let's hear. Let's do this. Double the stamina usage. Boom. All right. What's this? What's this? Arts damage boost. Can this be used by? Let's see. Otherwise, I'm just gonna gamba.
Like to micromanage. Thank goodness you're not one of them.
She can use. No, okay, forget about it. Okay, so this is the essence I have right now in this weapon. I know I'm probably gonna have to replace it later, but right now +3/+3 is pretty good. So here's how it works, right? You can upgrade these stats by destroying another one of these. The higher you go, the less of a chance you have, okay? So now to go from 3 to 4, I have a very low chance. Very low chance. Like it literally says success rate low right here, look. Success rate low. So we're about to gamble one of those things we just got to hope to level it up. Let's go. Fuck. All right, another one. Go, come on, quick. No time to think. I've dumped like 8 of them so far. What are the odds for this? What are the odds for this? Okay. All right, no worries. Let me show you my spaceship. Let me show you my spaceship. Let me add you guys, actually. Let's go, Gamba. I have no pulls, bro. I have no pulls. I'm not about to spend money on pulls either. You know what? Maybe I can pass this as a business expense. I have to ask my accountant. I have to be like, yo, so there's this like game and I want to stream it. Can I actually spend like $1,000 for my company money? Like, will I get fucked by the tax authorities if I do that? Don't do it. Listen, man, I don't think you understand how companies work in France. All the money I make, I can't even access. I have to give myself a salary. So this money's just sitting there, you know? It's not like in the US. This isn't about getting like a tax write-off. This is literally like this money's sitting there and I can only use it for company purposes. I can withdraw it, but I'll be double taxed. I have to leave France first. Does that make sense? Anyway, we'll see. These are my medals. This is my wall. Listen. She's my favorite character, okay? She's my favorite character, bro.
Awesome, right?
All right. Great voice actress, great energy, love the positivity. I think the coolest looking character in this whole fucking game is not Levitain though.
Looking for me?
It's not Last Right. It's Pogranichnik, bro. Pogranichnik is fucking insane, bro. This is how you make a male character. This is coming from a straight guy. This is how you make a real male character. Holy fucking shit, bro. This guy is insane. I also really like this character's design. Arknight. Really, really cool design. Very unique. I love that. Really good looking characters in this game. Pog, man. Yeah, dude. Pogranichnik, bro. I want to get him. This is the one game where I don't mind like getting different copies for standard characters, because the only way to get banners on your profile is by doing so. Where do I access this shit? Yeah. Okay, so like if I want to get this, I have to get Last Right to C5. And if you get 5 copies of Pogranichnik, bro, look at that fucking banner. Look, oh my god, bro. Look at this. Look at how majestic he looks, man. See, I don't mind getting copies of him. At all. At all. Absolute and utter aura, bro. I can't wait to meet him in the story. Alright, let's see you guys who added me. Let's add you back. Alright. Wait. Requests? Friend request already maxed. I'll remove some of the people I don't know, because these people are randoms. Let me do that. How do I remove? Add friend. Yeah, I'll just unfriend these people. I just added random people to get like random supplies, bro. Okay. Yeah, that's me, Farina, bro. Yeah, I figured it's one of you guys. All right. Now let's see. Friend request max. Cannot receive more friend requests. I feel so popular. Holy shit, you guys. Can I even add all of you? Let's destroy their servers, bro. All right, all right. I see some of you guys are absolute degenerates. I see. Is there one of you guys that got lucky enough to get Yvonne? Oh, I saw you, you motherfucker. You got Gilberta. You lucky bastard. That's a fucking character that's not even coming out in like tomorrow. You lucky motherfuckers. I tried to pull like 20 times after getting Levitain to try and maybe snipe like one of those, but it's not working. I have Yvonne. You guys are lucky as hell. Alright, alright, alright. Damn, man. Can I even get to all of you? Friendless folk cannot send more requests. Content creator problems. Alright, let me unfriend. Let me unfriend you. And let me unfriend. Level 80? Oh my god, bro. Holy shit. Alright. Guys, you gotta chill. Dude, your bio is I like feet? I can't add more of you, bro. I don't even know now who's a viewer and who's not a viewer. Hopefully they expand the friends list. I'm gonna keep these requests here. I'm not gonna like refuse them. Hopefully they expand it. But yeah, I have 100 friends. Let's go. Gilberta's next after Levitain. I thought it was Yvonne. Is it? No way. What other gacha games do you play? I played ZZZ. I stopped like a few months ago though. Of course. The guy who uses Endless Zone Zero soundtracks in every video of his plays ZZZ. Surprise, surprise, right? That's it. That's it. I'll definitely be checking out Ananta when it comes out though. That's one game I'm excited about. Neverness to Everness, I could not care less about. It looks like shit. But Arknights Endfield I've been excited about for a while, so that's why I'm playing it. Look at these weapons, bro. They look like candy. I want to take a bite out of them. This is my wall. Ever touch Wua? I did. But it was back when the game released. I had finished all the content, never went back. I know, it's amazing. I have a friend who plays it and shows me screenshots and cutscenes and stuff. It looks incredible. But I really have to be in the right mindset before I get into it again. Who's that one red-haired chick? That's how Mavuika should have looked like in Genshin. In Wua. God, Augusta? Oh my god, she looked so good. That's how fucking Mavuika should have looked in Genshin. They fucking... What the fuck is this stupid leather suit they gave her, man? Yeah. It's pretty much my opinion on it. Ooh. Dude, the farm is really fun in this game. The farm is really fun. I love how you can plant and like water shit with your teammates. And there's also tower defense. Let me try tower defense. Did you ever play Duet Night Abyss after being sponsored? Nope. Nope. I saw people play it. It looks really good. I mean, I'll rarely take a sponsor that looks like shit on purpose, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. If a sponsor comes in with like a ridiculous budget, I'll be like, you know what, sure. Whatever. But Duet Night Abyss actually looked really good. Okay, let's start this. I struggled the last one, even though I finished it. This one's gonna be tough. There are so many different things to do in this game, bro. It's so overwhelming at first, but then... Oh, this is gonna be rough. Oh, shit. I'm gonna do this and call it a night. Watch me get destroyed, guys. Okay, so I think we have quite a bit of cannons here. I have some... Did you use your free 6-star selector yet? Nope, not yet. Not yet. See ya, Yazors.
Fools who like to micromanage.
Can you present that
Thank
with...
goodness you're not like that.
Present this with balls in before ending the stream? It doesn't work while I'm in game. I'll have to remember when I'm done. I have everyone except Ember and Li Feng, which are the two you don't want. I don't know if I want to get a copy of Last Right or not. So I still haven't used it yet. I still haven't used it yet. I already have one copy of Last Right.
And I hope that our battles will bring about
I'm glad my luck isn't too bad in this game, because if it was, I would have stopped playing. Listen, bro, when I get mistreated by a gacha, I stop playing. I'm petty. Not gonna go. I'm not gonna power through it or any of that bullshit. No, no, no. You treat me like shit, I'm not gonna play you. The reason why I latched on to ZZZ so quickly was because, bro, it's the first game I got 2 5-stars on the 10 pull. Okay, so from here to there. So it's that simple, man. You treat me well, I'll play you. You don't? I'm not. Period. Let's move this. This is like a tower defense game, right? This is like Plants vs. Zombies, guys. We're defending a settlement. This game has so many minigames, it's insane. Like factory building, all sorts of shit. So it's pretty cool. It keeps you busy. But like I said, it can be very overwhelming if you're starting out. You have no idea what's going on, you know? Okay, let's place you here. The OG Arknights is actually a tower defense game. Yeah, that's the thing, yeah. I never played the OG Arknights, but I know it's a tower defense game. And I know that the world building is apparently insane. And honestly, I can see that here. They do a good job presenting the world and the story and stuff. There we go. So, yeah, not surprised at all. No. The drama's over and I'm playing games. Yeah. This is like the final part of the stream. If you want to see the BurntPeanut stuff, you can go back in the VOD. Which you can use the camera on Levitain from behind. What? What does that mean? I'm actually looking forward to NTA or Ananta or Anime GTA, but I get why some people might not like it. No, I'm looking forward to Ananta. Not Neverness to Everness. Because that thing I feel like was made last second, kind of. It just doesn't give me the idea of a polished game like Ananta. Ananta looks insane. It looks like a legit quadruple A game. But I don't get that vibe from Neverness to Everness. Could be wrong. Wouldn't mind being wrong. Can I place this? Yeah, I can. Sure. Put this here, I guess. No, I want to put it in the middle. Yeah, I want to put it like here. Can I? Nope. Nope. Let's put it here then. Make a new power line just for it. Yeah, fuck him up in the beginning. Yeah, boy. I don't know if I'm gonna get fucked or not. This is my first time doing this this difficult. Would you allow us to send you blueprints for your base setup? Sure. Why can't I plug it into this? Am I? Oh no, I'm an idiot. I'm not really interested in making like a full-fledged base just yet because I know that end game, like this one is going to count. So I'm looking forward to actually making a crazy ass base then. All right, let's go. Let's go. My sis thinks your model is like Kinich. Yeah. My model was made before Kinich, but when he came out, I could definitely, like some people could definitely see the resemblance. It was pretty funny. Especially since we both have sidekicks. Yeah, fuck them up. Fuck these bitches. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Light them up. Alright, there's probably some big motherfuckers coming through here. Let's see what this tower can do in terms of damage. Oh my... Holy shit! 4,000? Oh my... This is like an obelisk from Command and Conquer. Hey. Fuck, I'm auto-defending. I can't attack. Okay, you know what? Maybe that tower should go here instead if I lose. Bro, they're getting nuked. Yeah, this was before Kinich. My model is... Oh my god. This should be on the other end. Shit. I might lose because the weakest link right now is on the left. I'm probably going to lose. I'll just redo it. Not gonna lie, it was the same for me with Go Frontline Tune Exilium, but the game crashed too often, but it was generous. But like, I have all the 5 stars on their weapons as well. Girls Frontline 2 is so funny, bro. Like, they actually tried to be a real story game. Game underperformed. Shit, I'm gonna lose. Yeah, alright. Oh. No, you have 1 HP! Like, they underperformed, so they made their whole game waifu shit. You know, like you know, fan service. They turned all the male characters into into hot girls. It's so funny, and it worked. And the English voice actors protested the fact that it was sexist, and so they just fired the entire English dub. But I think they brought them back, right? I think they brought back like not the same ones, but like new English voice actors, right? I think I need to put it here so I can fuck over. Yeah. All right. Now it'll work. Now it'll work. Now it'll work. Do you know the CEO of Girl Frontlines and Arknights was working at Girl Frontline 1 back in the day before they parted ways? Really? Yeah, I'd imagine a lot of people know each other in the industry. What game did that? Girls Frontline 2. I actually was sponsored by them at some point. Yeah. I'm not getting any sponsors anymore these days. Because I don't want to flex, but it's literally just suffering from success. Like when you get too many viewers, they just there's diminishing returns for them. So they're like, instead of paying you, we'd rather just pay 5 different creators instead, you know? So I either take a pay cut for the viewers I'm getting or I don't. So I'm not taking any. It's not a big deal. If anything, I prefer not having to get sponsors. And with the viewers I'm getting right now, the AdSense covers like sponsors very easily. So it's cool. It's cool. I'm looking more for like meaningful partnerships these days, like with Stacked, you know, really cool. They offer me an amount. They're like, make content on our website for a year. Might stick around after a year, you know, why not? That would be the best case scenario. But said, make content for a year and you know, we'll pay you up front. And it's enough for me to hire my artist full time, and so I did it. So that's what I'm looking for. Come on, just kill him. Come on. Come on. Tower! What the fuck are you doing? Flexing? I'm really not flexing, bro. It's just... The ideal view count for you to get sponsors... Are they still trying to kill this guy? Come on, man. He's dead, right? Good. The ideal view count for you to get sponsors is anything from like 50k to 600k. More than that, sponsors start getting spooked. They start getting spooked. Unless they know for a fact that they can make a lot of money from sponsoring. Okay, 11 more. Yeah, I mean, we have 2k now on the stream because, like, this is obviously, like, you know, me ending it. Oh, get him, get him, get him! Get him! No! Whatever, only one more. We won. Easy. But still, you know, like, having 2,000 viewers playing a game like this, that's fucking hell, bro. That's like a dream come true, man. Shit, usually, most people consider these kinds of games boring, you know? Is Never Stavnis Genshin from Temu? No, it's Ananta from Temu. Ananta from Temu. Imagine my friend already has all the new upcoming Arknights characters. It's actually insane. What? You got Yvonne? Gilberta? All that? Sweet Lou, I recommend you watch the stream. I already talked about it. Mugen, hold R and choose camera and look at Levitain from behind. A fun surprise. Is that... Wait, is that what you mean? You mean camera? Oh, she... What the fuck? What the... Why is she looking at me like a pervert? What the fuck? Wait, let's do that again. Nah. Hello? Everyone does that? That was funny. I was not expecting that. Wait, let's see. Ah! That's fucking funny. They don't all do it. Wait, what if I zoom in? Listen, bro, I'm not trying to... I'm just trying to see their reactions, bro. No. That was funny, though. That was funny. Thanks for telling me about that. I didn't know. For some, it's in the front. Just look behind. Oh. She's so disgusted, bro. What did I do? I'm just trying to take a picture, bro. They really animated that perfectly, that look of disgust. That's crazy. Similar to Nier when you try to look under 2B's skirt. Yeah, true. What do you mean, what did you do? I'm just looking at her from behind, bro. Do Chen?
I hate fools who like to micro.
Bro, is it just me, or is Levitane a copy-paste personality of Ellen Joe from Zenless Zone Zero? Is it just me? Is it just me? I don't know, dude. Not that I'm complaining.
Are we setting off now?
All right. Oh. Hey, yo! I know she's making a fist, but that looked like something else. I know she's making a fist, but that looked like something else. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I know she's making a fist, but that looked like something else.
Team is ready for the mission.
Yeah, she was jerking the peanuts. What does last right do? Hello? Aww. Aww, okay, that's fucking cute, bro. Aww, that's fucking cute, dude. Alright, alright. Last right's so funny, bro. Look, look.
And I hope
Look at what she does.
may bring
Look at
about
what she
peace.
does. Like, you go to her weapon screen, right? She pulls it out. Look at what happens when you go back to her character screen. She just throws her fucking weapon, bro. It's like, oops. What does the corporate wife do? It's like, stop wasting time, dude. We got a city to burn.
Let me see. Where should I begin?
What about
This time.
state appointed wife? Yes. Company appointed wife. Dude, Wolfgard's sister is so adorable, man. I love how they incorporate like different languages and shit. Alright, bro, stop aura farming. Damn, stop fucking aura farming, bro. Shit, man. We get it. We get it.
I
Damn.
hate trouble, but boredom's
Alright, last one I want to see is someone was saying fluorite. Wait. I'm gonna do fluorite, but also
Ready?
no, not the panda. I'm gonna do fluorite and
What if someone's
Pog
not
champion.
ready
But
for it?
alright, let's do Pog and then do fluorite. You missed his tail wag, really? Babushi, good night. Come on, man. Wait, is that it? He's posing? Yeah, I think he's posing, right? Nice. That's a cool pose. Show it, Poppy. Bro. He is aura farming, bro. That ain't it. Come on, man. Come on. Stop aura farming. Oh! What was that? What was that? What was that motion with his hands? That's cool though. They all have tails? Yeah, except the main character. They're all like half human, half something, or just full on something.
Let's go over the battle plan
Like,
once more.
there's a literal fucking panda in the game, bro. A literal panda. Look at his whip. Are you talking about this? Oh, this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love, listen, my favorite thing about this game, I think, like, out of everything, factory system, combat, whatever, is that your party mates, your teammates, you can actually see them. That's one thing in Genshin that I wish they would incorporate when I played it. It felt so lonely exploring by yourself when you technically had a team. And here, not only do they follow you around, but like when you're farming or picking up something or you're planting or whatever, they do it with you. It's really fucking cool. It's awesome. I really like that. Team.
I hate trouble, but boredom's worse.
Alright, let's see her. She's probably gonna be sus as fuck. Look at her smug face, bro.
Wow. Looks like I'm quite the catch.
Alright, Reptile, what's up? Alright, that's fucking funny. Alright, that is fucking funny, dude. The fact that they have an animation for everyone, I had no idea. That is fucking funny.
But boredom's worse.
That is fucking funny.
Command is yours. A team assignment.
Alright. Thanks for hitting me,
I'll
Mujen.
do what
You're
needs to
welcome.
be done.
You're welcome, dude. You're welcome. Yeah, dude. That's pretty much it. Let's do one pull before ending it. Let's do one pull. Let's go to quota exchange. You know what? I'll do 2 because I'll get a 5-star. Yeah, fuck it. I'll do 2 because I'll get a 5-star guaranteed in 2. Alright. Imagine if we get a red, bro. I wouldn't mind getting a copy of Levitain. I would not mind at all. Streamer luck? Streamer luck? Alright. Nope. Let's just skip. We don't care about fucking 4 stars.
Op team Z7.
Alright.
Role is giving the team.
We're gonna get a 5-star now. Guaranteed, okay? It's not a 6-star, it's a 5-star guaranteed. So, let's see. I want Chen. Dude, you know what? I keep getting this fucking idiot.
Looking for me?
I know nothing about him.
What a beautiful.
I got maybe 12 copies of this guy, bro. Just give me someone else, please.
Perfect for a Sonic.
Please, bro. I have nothing against you. Fish in peace. But, yeah. I do have standard banner pulls, yeah. I prefer waiting till 10, but I guess I can do that. Okay, let's do that before we get to this one. Fuck it. Honestly, no need to even pull it, bro. If it's blue, I don't pull it. That's my rule. That's my rule. If it's blue, I don't pull it. If it's blue, I don't even pull it.
Opsies?
And... yeah, whatever. Come on, at least until we get a 5-star, bro.
Why do I...
You got every 5-star except the panda? That's crazy. Come on! It's a, I'm just asking for not even a 6-star, bro. No way. One more pull on this shit. It's blue, right? Yeah. Fuck you. That was a waste. Alright, now let's go back to the limited banner. This is a guaranteed 5-star, so let's do it. Alright. Bro, it's so satisfying when you see red, but unfortunately not this time. Let's go. Which 5 stars are gonna be? Please give me Chen. Give me anyone except that fucking angler, bro. Come on. Oh my god, let's go.
Okay, stick with
Let's
the
go.
process. Here goes. Enfield operator Chen Yu report.
Let's go. Chen Yu, baby. Chen Yu reporting for duty.
You watch this.
Huge W.
Awesome, right?
Chen Yu, dude, I love her. All right. Oh, we get a new art. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right, that's cool. That's awesome. That is really, really cool. Okay, that's a good way to end it, dude. That's a good way to end it. Yeah. I just want her because I just want copies of her because I like her. I don't even play her. She was who I made before I started pulling on the banner though. Yeah. All right, guys. Sleep time. It's fucking 6:30 a.m. almost. What is your favorite art? I can see them on the ship real quick. You keep stalling me, bro. But you know what? Just for you. And yes, I haven't forgotten. I'll go bald. I'll go bald. Yes, yes, Rose, yes. You know what? I'll do it now. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, I love this one. This is probably my favorite one. Easily, easily. This is probably my favorite one. It's so fucking cool. Love this piece of art. For sure. This one's cool too. Of course, I think this is cute. This one's really nice. I just love this character's vibes and aesthetic. Period. Arknight's really, really cool. Love this one. Antal's potential 5 art style is sick. Yeah, that's just about it, I guess. I love the vibe of this one too. That's all. That's pretty much it. Yeah. They're cool.
Where should we go next?
They're cool. Please put the hair back in all caps. Can you keep the head? The duality of man, dude. Anyway, see you guys in the next stream. I don't know when that's gonna be. Honestly, I'm down to stream again when something crazy happens and I'm not gonna make a video on. I think the next video, I haven't thought about it yet, but it might be about Ashes of Creation closing down. I think it's very interesting because it was touted as the WoW killer for a long time and whatever, and it's been in development for like a decade, and now it's shutting down. I think that'll be interesting maybe as a video, unless something crazier happens, but yeah. But I'll definitely try to go live as soon as something else happens that is worth talking about on the live stream. We're almost at the exact 3-hour mark, which is awesome. Yeah. You guys take care. Have a good night, day, afternoon, whatever. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for being here. I platonically love you so much. Sony made Conquer 2. Is that like the Horizon Zero Dawn, the Horizon game thing? I saw it. Potentially could be. We'll see. Love you. Mwah. Platonically.